So we are live. I've got this going, and actually it is working. So I'll have to figure out why it's working, but it is working, so that's always a good thing. In here, sending some invites right now. I can type. So let's see here. Yeah, but suddenly now it doesn't look as clear as it did a minute ago on the YouTube. It looked a lot clearer a minute ago. So which one's going to fit? Okay, I hear people. Oh, there's Kittenville. Okay. Trying to play with this new setup, so.
Yeah, I went to go grab the chat, but the chat was disabled.
I am trying to figure this out right now, so. Kevin says it's delayed.
Gotta love new toys.
Well, I had a terrible drive from up north, so it frustrates it. So, yeah, so if the bottom one's working, let's see. What's funny is it's good on the app, but on the YouTube, what does it look like to you guys? Does it look blurry or does it look good?
I'm going back over there to see if the chat's open again. So it was disabled a while ago.
It should be up now. So. All
right, I'm going to mute everything just real quick.
I'm just trying to see why. So everything looks good in Google Hangouts. Looks good in my broadcaster. Looks blurry everywhere else. So that might be because I'm trying to do two things at once over the top. So let's see if we can do that. Then I can still get to this, which I can get to this.
All right, is the audio back up?
Hopefully. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, your audio's back up. I had myself highlighted. I don't know. What does my YouTube look like? Does it look like it's cleared?
Didn't stay in that long.
Let me see here. Let me tell me what it looks. I wonder what it looks like on YouTube for anybody who's looking there. So I'm wondering if for me it looks kind of blurry, but maybe that's how it is. I don't know. Yeah, the many faces of Reed. Yeah. Well, oh, actually, you know what? Actually, that's actually not the way it's supposed to be, actually. Hold on here. I'm gonna move this over here. So let's see here. So I do this, and I do this, and this, and then okay. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Okay. Actually, let's see here. Oh, actually, over here. So let's see here. Watch it go. Actually, you know what? Actually, let's actually do the other one. Let's do this one. I'm gonna take this one.
All right, this is what you look like on YouTube if you're looking at my screen share.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
It looks okay. So let's see here. This is going to be add source. Watch as we make things happen here.
I guess Hoosier couldn't take on Big B in the Holland Ballin auction.
What?
I said Hoosier couldn't take on Big B in the Holland Ballin auction.
That's not good. See, I can highlight. I do this right. I figure out how to, my mouse doesn't get too confusing on me here. There we go. I highlight someone else. No, oh, but that's actually highlighting someone else. So the problem is if I highlight myself though, okay, that doesn't help. Yeah, maybe it's not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I was hoping there'd be a way to kind of almost do a split screen where it would actually same. Well, I was hoping I could figure out a way to keep it so that it was actually the other screen, but that's not going to work. So we will just go ahead and.
There's Mr. Hanko.
Yeah, he's in the room. He's in the chat.
We got Haley. We got Hoosier. We got Jigglepuff. We got Hanko.
We'll see what I can do too, which is actually kind of cool.
Brick Somniac.
I'm going to go ahead and highlight myself here real quick because I'm actually going to add something.
T-Fall Brick. I think I got everybody.
Yeah, we're going to add something real quick here.
Oh, the Brickhead family. Nick number 2 is here.
There we go. Let's see. Let me see how well it works. I copied it to my desktop. So hopefully, let's see here. For those people who have not seen it, where it puts it here.
When we are wise, when the world's old, when we have learned, I pray someday we may live to live and someday life will be fairer. Need you where and we will not pay. Godspeed, this might be landing on this way.
So this is the video I played at Brick World during World of Lights. There's Taylor. There's also a history of the castle in there. Hopefully it's coming through.
It's clear for me.
Getting some audio jumps, so I'm not sure what that's from.
Yeah, the music is the treble's a little too loud for me.
Someday we realize to
And that's kind of for everybody who missed the World of Lights at Brickworld. I mean, I actually played it, but you couldn't really hear it. Played it through the speaker here. So I think luckily, if I'm not mistaken, the Assembling Hope logo should, yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean to start the evening off in tears. I'm sorry, guys. But, figured I'd play that, one of those things where it was a cool video. So, well, it looks like there's only 2 of us in the stream right now. I'm not sure where everybody's at tonight. I did send out some invites. Yeah, Kevin, and we will cry. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. Who's your puffin here, or the Brickhead family, or Hinkle, or somebody from chat? That'd be awesome.
They all got invites. So the only one we didn't invite, I guess we could invite. You can invite Mr. Stealth himself. I doubt he'll come in, but we can do it and see. I think I sent, well, I don't know what I do with Haley's email, so I don't have Haley's email. Oh, you know what? I know who I forgot to. I got such a long list here of people to invite, so. But yeah, I don't know who is. Funny thing is yeah. So, well, we do have somebody. David's here.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I didn't get a notification, but I gave it a chance. Anyway.
He's pulling a Reed. He's doing a stream while driving.
How's everyone doing?
Doing pretty good.
You headed to a meeting. You've got an E-Lug shirt on.
Very good. No, hold on. Let me see if we can get up. I was just I was coming back from Tom Atkinson. See,
Huh?
you there?
Yeah, we're here.
You're not here. Wait.
It's okay.
All right, my headset's not on. That's
Well, there's Adam.
Hey,
but now.
What's Adam doing tonight?
clean and sorting. I am currently splint free, so I can't complain.
There we go. Always good.
Doctor,
Get the right
Dr.
Bluetooth.
So it's exciting, although I've been, splint free for a week off and on. Now it's official, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That kind of hurt.
Wow, I like those clear bricks right there in front of you. You know.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I used all of them.
I might go back to the car. Try it again. How's everyone doing?
David, we hear you. We hear you, David. We can hear you.
Good. Yeah, the phone with the extra battery does not sit well in the mount, and you fell.
Okay, I always like that when that happens.
Yeah, and man, that thing is heavy. But yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
So what's going on?
Well, not much. Obviously, I'm playing with the different setup this week. Did play the video that I played at World of Lights. Hopefully, it came across a little bit better over the internet than it did, at World of Lights in the dark. But
Yeah. Where is it?
So,
Yeah, I was talking with Tom Atkinson, and I was floating an idea with him, and I'm gonna run it by you.
okay.
What would you say at the next brick fair, maybe? I have some I don't know, some USB controlled missile launchers installed in your castle.
I like that idea. We
I
just,
understand that there was a drone flying around that I missed at Brick Fair, but everybody could use some protection, right?
yeah. I'm gonna have to, I need to have the ice bear shooting at something, I guess. But yeah, so I did.
I can fit it within your skiing, have like transparent projectiles and stuff. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, I've been doing kind of my little bit of organizing back here. So I've actually got my most of them are done with the dividers. So I've got, I've actually got clear on the wall, which is good. My translucent's on the wall. So I've actually got the a good camera to look at here. Actually, I got too many cameras now all of a sudden. So yeah. So, but yeah, it's separated. I started doing what Kevin's method was, kind of over here with the trans red, trans yellow, trans green, and they're based over here, kind of the same way that they'll be over here, or the ones over here. So my 1x1 plates and 1x2s are here. So the 1x1s will be over there on the edge, and I'm gonna try and do it up and down. I don't know.
Getting way too organized.
Yeah, I've been trying to clean up my area because I have to prep for Polybag Wars next week. So
Polybag
get
Wars.
that ready a little bit, so.
So is that basically just a
that's
competition as to who has like the oldest, the most rarest, or you're actually building within the polybags? I don't quite get that one.
Should have seen with ice bears on a beach. Well, you know what? There is a train show in Kansas City this weekend, and I did send some ice bears with Richard Gladder when he left Colorado, when he bought a couple campers. So there's a chance you might see some ice bears, at the train show, maybe in a camping or something. So we'll see.
Okay. Okay. That'll be interesting. I'm
Yes,
actually not in
please.
Kansas City.
Hoosier's
Please
already
explain.
sweating. He said, "Dang, is that next week?"
That's this weekend.
Please explain the Polybag Wars.
Polybag Wars. Basically, the Polybag Wars are basically where we're going to talk about the different, polybags we have. So, obviously, I've got some over here in that giant stack there. Let me go all the way down to the bottom. And then I got some more over, here in that tub down there. There's that tub near those bins, right on the other side of those bins. And actually, those bins have some mixels in it. So there's a giant tub of, mix of polybags over there. So we're just going to probably talk about.
Oh my God, I saw Floor. Way to go, Reed.
Yeah, you don't see. Well, you're going to see
Yeah,
a lot
I didn't
more.
say a lot of Floor. I said I just saw Floor. So good
You're
job.
going to see a lot more, though, because I have to pack up. I have to move. My landlord wants to sell the condo. So two things. I'm actually going to have to move. But I'm applying for other jobs, too. So the move might not be here in Colorado. I do have an interview after Brickworld, Wisconsin in Iowa with one of the railroads. I still need to fill out an app for one of the other railroads up in northwest Wisconsin. So we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see. Anything's possible. I mean, things could change overnight. You never know.
This is a seriously year of flux for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to find where my happiness lies, I guess. I need to make a little bit more money so I can pay the bills a little bit better. I mean, I guess it doesn't help. I do spend some money on Lego, but I've been trying to cut back. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, well, you have to look. I mean, there was a polybag. Well, the polybag wars just kind of was just like polybag night. We're talking about conversation stuff. The Brickhead family kind of turned it into a war with their videos. So, I mean, I can't take all the credit for that, but, we need to just give him more fodder for, the next video he, tweaks and makes and stuff like that. So, but for me, and the problem with me tonight is I don't know if any of these cameras are going to stretch to where, and I don't think anybody wants to look at the back of my head. So I have to be creative here, I guess, but I got my
You never
bin.
know.
Huh?
You never know on YouTube.
Well, I've got my bin that I bought some stuff recently, some 1x1 rounds, some ice cream cones, some 1x2 white plates. And so the goal is if I can tweak this area to where I want it, I could actually maybe do some stuff that way. Trying to use my calendar again, too. I got a calendar I was using for a while at Lego to try to stay at Lego, and then I use it for a while and I kind of let it go once in a while. So I do have a mess here, so don't mind my mess. But I'm trying to figure out how to do this the best way possible.
Yeah.
Actually, what's wild is I've actually changed something. I actually had standard index cards, and then I actually went with a heavy duty one. So the heavyweight one. So basically, a lot of the newer bins on the far side over here actually have both. They'll have the heavyweights in there and the other ones to keep stuff from rolling around. Because if you look at some of the other ones, they lean a little bit more because there's more stuff in them and stuff. So, but I'm trying to figure out how to do
Yeah,
this.
Sterilites, they don't hold when weight starts getting added.
Huh?
Show you a killer. Sterilites don't hold well when you start putting weight on them. I can show you a killer picture right now.
Okay, you're highlighted. Show us a killer picture.
Brickhead family's in the.
Hello.
There's a little bit of a lean.
What
in there.
is up, guys?
Oh, that's a nice lean. I like that.
A little bit of a lean there. So you know,
Showing the
the
sterilite.
old ones are nice. There's what do they call them? The ultras, because they got that sidewall, but I can't find them anymore.
Oh,
So if you find the Sterilite Ultra, A, let me know. I'll make a road trip, unless it's Australia. And B, buy them because they're worth it.
Sterilite Ultras, huh?
Yes. I haven't seen them in years, but they've, instead of just the 4 corner posts, they've actually got the sidewalls, and they hold up and they'll hold weight too. It's great.
You just need to find someone with a 3D printer to make you some more sidewalls to add to that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, or get a bigger area. That helps.
Well,
I know, easier said than done.
well, that's why if I find a better job in a different area with better cost of living, then maybe I'll have a better place. There's Flash. Hey, Flash. Oh, I know.
Across the great pond.
Yeah, I know what I forgot to do. I don't have that, so I don't know.
What, did you forget your squirrel?
No, he's right there. He is right here. Yep.
There he is.
He's right there. Well, no, it's actually, I was going to grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Nobody's highlighted. That's good.
So what's going on tonight, guys?
Nothing. Tidying up some builds. Trying to work on my engine shed a little more for the layout.
Trying to see how many cracks I can fall through today. Just seemed like every direction I went today, there was some sort of stumble or fall.
Oh, that's
Been
not
there,
good.
did that 7 weeks ago. No more for me, thanks.
Yeah. I am driving in the heart of Boston, trying to get home.
Good old Boston.
Yep. It's as fun as you think it is. Oh, sorry.
It's very fun.
I've been up there. It's not too fun, but wish I was out in the car or whatever so I could see a little bit more and instead of what was off the highway.
Yeah. I'm just gladful. I'm just glad the Sox are playing in Toronto and not at home.
So yeah, so basically, I'm sure everybody knows this guy, and the fact that he was there for the grand opening of the one store in the UK. This was the one I got because I helped find all the hats when I worked at the Lego stores. But as Kevin pointed out, I didn't get a backing, which is really interesting because this is how it came, just like this. I'm like, okay. And I guess maybe it's not as special as I had hoped it would be because now you're right. It's just like every other, Lester fig. So absolutely worthless, I guess, at this point.
Dude.
Now, if you absolutely have to know, started out with about 12:30, 1 o'clock this morning. One washer was broke. So I was over having to go do our laundry with one washer up here. So that took time. Then had to run my little man up there to get his blood work and everything else drawn. And meanwhile, the doctors didn't communicate with patient services and let them know that we're staying here for another 3 months. So my wife gets a knock on the door and because they're wanting us to get out of here. And they didn't get anything from the doctors. So it was just one crack after another day. And it just prescriptions was supposed to be sent over to the pharmacy on campus, and it didn't get sent to campus, and it just running back and forth, and then finally get over there, get everything situated. We find out that they want to vacate the floor that we're living on right now, and move us up to the 5th floor. So I'm moving everything up here to the 5th floor, and meanwhile we got family coming in back from Tulsa. And as soon as they get here in the morning, I'm going to be headed back to Tulsa myself. I'm going to get a good night's sleep over at my mom's house before I get started on the house back home on Sunday. And hopefully I can head back this direction on Monday or Tuesday. So just a little tired. I haven't been hitting the sauce. Just wore out. Kind of hard for a 44-year-old man, but, it was easy peasy whenever I was 18 and 16, but
I am mistaken. There is a Sox game in Boston. Crap.
There's what in Boston?
I thought the Sox were away, but evidently they are at home because I live about 3 blocks from Fenway Park,
Yeah.
and traffic is insane right now, as you can imagine. So, oh well. Hopefully they're just winning again. That's fine.
Go Cubs, by the way.
Here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to drop off because I'm gonna be swearing a lot.
You know how those people from Boston
That or you just gotta mute the audio, for it too.
And how to do a split-second mute when you're dodging someone and not swearing? So
I try really hard, otherwise I need a censor button.
It ruins that moment when you have to mute yourself on a video, before you start.
Well, I don't want to get Reed in trouble, so.
Get me in trouble. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
Exactly. I like you. I don't want to get you in trouble. Well, wait till you get a lot of followers, then I'll get you in trouble.
Yeah. So when you hit that monetization button, that's when you get in trouble.
Yep.
Until then, you can drop as many as you want.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, fine.
Well,
I don't know, but I like his style.
I still want people to watch the videos. If they know it's just a bunch of F-bombs, they can just go into their own family room and do that.
Yeah.
Listen to everybody.
That's true. Yeah, we want Kevin to do it. That would be awesome. I'd watch that.
Here I'm going to try and teach my 5-year-old that we don't need to go or use that colorful language to communicate with each other. And it brings the mood down whenever you hear all that colorfulness.
Was it colorful? I thought that was almost like black and white, unfortunately. Colorful is when we talk about Lego, because there are lots of colors in Lego.
Yes. Even the bad colors have worth.
There's such thing as bad colors? What are those?
All right. Bad choice of words.
Ugly colors, maybe? Is there such thing as an ugly Lego brick? I don't know.
Big B in the chat, he goes, you can still swear after you get monetized. You just don't get the Pepsi commercial monies.
You know all about this, don't you? You got this all squared away. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm actually, that's why I played the song and tried to interrupt so nobody will really get mad at me. But that's the one thing too, is I've got somebody working on making me a custom piece of music, March of the Ice Bears. So we'll see what I get.
Cool.
You say they March of the Ice Bears, automatically go to one of the Nutcracker things.
I want something a little bit more techno.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah, what are you limited to as far as or something like that?
What?
I don't know. The YouTube ecosystem is just a little too much for me to keep track of.
So much fun. Adam, you sorting too? I take it.
Yeah. Like I said, I had to go through and find a bunch of stuff in the garage and stuff to build engine shit for the lug rail yard. So I found a box that had some more 1x2 trans brick. Sorry. And I got the last of it, but it wasn't in the box it was marked in. So I've got a jumbo box, and I figure, all right, I got nothing better to do. Might as well sort that right now and see what's cracking online.
Translucent.
That's good. By the end of today, after every time I heard something going wrong, I said, "Coffee, $22. Everything's awesome." I was just enjoying going off the rails all day long. It was either get mad, get frustrated, and try to get angry at somebody, or just enjoy the moment.
There you go.
So,
Yeah,
Adam, do you have a show coming up at all then?
Our next shows aren't till September and October, but I'd rather not be waiting till the last minute to have everything ready and good, especially if I'm feeling good and I can do stuff. So at least do what I can do while I can do it.
There you go. That makes sense.
I don't know about you guys.
Hey,
I get
Reed.
with like 40 ideas of things to build like the week before a show. And,
Yeah, I heard my name.
Oh, I was gonna say in the chat, Big B says, "Are you running OBS for your live stream interface?"
I'm using XSplit, whatever that is. And I turned off the DVR tonight, thankfully, so I'm not recording using an extra gig of hard drive space, for my video.
That's the only reason why I hadn't gone to high tech. I don't have a scratch drive. If I had a scratch drive, I wouldn't be concerned how much memory I'm using on my computer.
Well, just why have it twice? I mean, YouTube's got it. Why do I need it twice? I mean,
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I think the last couple I did, the first couple tests, the bins, and dividers, and then the test last weekend, I think both were recorded. So I'll have to find them and wipe them, I guess. Is what it is. So just going to do some sorting here a little bit, try to get some of these bins up and down a little bit more set up.
I can't see the chat, but is Mr. Hinkle sticking around, or is he going to be stopping in? I'm curious to hear about Brick Fair.
Hinkle
That's
says
what
Trust.
That's what I wanted him to stop in and give us an update on the show. He's in
Come
the
on.
chat.
Yeah, come on, Hinkle.
He's in the chat.
It's not even 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Let's go, dude.
Get your butt
He
out
must
of
be
the trunk.
doing the dad thing.
I think he's afraid of waking up the wife, but we'll send it again. He likes that marital stuff, so
Marital bliss.
I think that's what it's called. I don't know
You know how you take care of a lot of the problems, don't you?
how.
You make sure you make her coffee in the morning and get her breakfast. That way, most of the problems go away.
Is that breakfast in bed?
No, just breakfast waiting for her when she gets up.
Problem is if for these live streams, he's usually on some of them. He's actually going to bed when she's getting up. So at least that's the one that caused all the problem a while back.
I'm not saying you could do everything wrong during the day, but I mean, a lot of the indiscretions or whatever that happen throughout the day are less likely to bother her with a nice breakfast.
There you go. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Trans purple. I think I got some of those in that color. The white ones now. Actually, I'm not going to have as many colors as I thought. Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You
come
got
on,
to go
Reed. All the color you need is clear.
Huh?
All the color you need is clear.
Well, it's translucent. I have a fair amount of that. I'm just trying to figure it out because actually I'm trying to do kind of what Kevin does, but I'm going to do basically what I pretty much use the most of in terms of like, the one by plates, the one by bricks, small ones of course, cheese wedge slopes, and then of course some of the other slopes, the windows. And I think what I'll do is basically these bins over here probably have 10 or 12 of the different shapes that I use primarily for castle and stuff, and then it'll ship over here, and maybe where I don't have pieces of translucent, it'll just be another color up there, maybe gold or whatnot. So we'll see. So it is what it is.
Mr. Hinkle, if you do some research, 4 a.m. is the most cognitive time in the morning. That's whenever I get a lot of things done in between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning. When everybody's asleep.
He's probably up and he's probably asleep, so I don't think it works.
Then I go lay down for about 30 minutes or whatever before everybody gets up.
Come on, Kevin. Only thing Kevin does is play with Lego all day long. Come on.
Or draw Lego all day long. So Yeah. So trying to get a little bit organized. It's tough because I'm gonna have to start packing up too. So my goal is to start with my dimension stuff, because that's gonna take at least one U-Haul, maybe two U-Haul boxes. Catalog it as I go. But I mean, if I can get some of it organized, because the landlord wants to tour it with the realtor, and I'm like, I got a mess here. How do I how do I make it even presentable? You know, that's the kicker.
I'm gonna run downstairs and get another load, and I'll be right back.
Well, we should be here
Okay.
unless someone sends a Lego nuke my way and sends like 1 by 1 little plates all over my floor. I can do it myself, but you know. Let's see here. Well, let's see here.
Ken says he's trying to join the hangout, but it's just wiggling the little green quote logo. It did that to me for like 5 minutes, and it said I had to keep redoing it.
Yeah, we'll see here. Try it again. And we'll see who else is. I think who else we're missing. Yeah. We'll see. I sent him another one. We'll see if it works. Oh, what happened there? Crap. Doing weird stuff. Ooh, trans purple. Here we go. Anybody need a clear R2D2 or a clear droid head?
Cool.
I got a few of them. Oh, really? I don't know, Ken. That's not making any sense. It's an invite, so doing it the same way.
So, Reed, did you say you got the job you were going for?
No, I'm still applying at all kinds of stuff, so I'm still looking. If anybody has Haley's email, they can invite her. I don't know what happens to them. I thought I copied them all, and so I don't know what happened.
I'll send one to Haley.
There you go. She wants to jump in. So we're a little short tonight. We usually have a full house.
Hey, you had a full house last week.
Yeah, last week full house. So, well, Ralph was in here. Tanya was in. Tanya, I don't know. So, Tanya messaged me earlier, so something might be up. So, I don't know. Let's see here.
All right. Well, I sent it to Haley, so
Cool.
maybe she'll hop in.
So yeah, but yeah, and actually all my numbers were off for my bricks. I thought I was at like 17 or 18 or something. I was off. So must have been counting something that really wasn't. It's an actual Friday Night Bricks or something, I guess. So, but trying to just get it cleaned up. I got a bunch of bins here with gray and stuff. So I'm trying to get it. I mean, I actually did a lot of the dividers. I think I'm missing a few bins, but dividers go all the way around. And so it's a matter of just picking what pieces I need in here. You know, obviously, probably have to get these pieces out of the pink bins and get them in onto the wall. You know, these 1 by 1 round tiles. So, so I got those in a couple colors. Uh-oh. I hear something getting ready to spill. Oh, it spilled. Just some stuff with motors on the top. That's okay. Nothing major yet, anyways. The problem is, it's just there's so much here. It's just I don't know if more space will help. I think I just need to pack stuff up or get rid of stuff. So it is what it is.
What's up, dude, Jude?
Hey, dude, Jude, how's it going? That's fine, Ken. Whenever. Just kind of trying to work where you can still see me. That's, I guess it's, oh, now it's still.
No. You found it.
Just put that anywhere, buddy.
Yeah, that wasn't. It wasn't the one before that spilled. It was a different one. Slopes for trees. I was gonna make some trees at some point. Probably something needs to get sorted into my wall eventually here. Just kind of gets in the way. Too much stuff. Too much stuff, not enough room, I guess. I mean, that's why I guess I'm trying to do it, but
Hello, hello, hello.
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 How's it going, Haley?
Not much. How are you? How's everyone
Not
doing?
much. Long time no talk.
I know.
You feeling all better now?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Just have this cough that won't go away, so it's the only thing that's left.
Nice.
Careful coughing on that Lego.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
I guess if you contaminate it back to the kids that, maybe got you sick, I guess that's not a bad thing, I guess.
Hey, Reed. Got it figured out. I had to close the YouTube, reset the camera, and it finally let me connect on.
Wow, there you go. See? That's kind of the same thing I had. The issue earlier is I was trying to do it differently and I couldn't do it the right way either. So it happens. We all have our moments. We all have our moments of stupidity, and we all have our moments of grandeur. So. Okay. So, just trying to sort this bin out a little bit.
Sorting and building.
Yeah, not a lot of building right now. More sorting than anything. So.
Yeah, I got a ton of sorting to catch up on. I just finished rearranging, so I got to finish putting all the clutter away.
Fun.
Could do some packing, but that'd be as much fun to watch. So.
Oh yeah, what was the verdict? Are you moving? Or are you?
I won't know until I won't know if I'm moving for a while, for a couple weeks at least, because the interview is not until the end of the month. I'm moving, but I don't know where I'm moving yet. So
Yeah.
So I'll have to just see if there's anybody here in the Denver area that's looking to move also that could use a roommate.
Mhm.
A roommate that's obsessed with Lego, I guess.
Don't mind a little stepping on some bricks every once in a while, and a roommate with a bunch of ice bear.
I'd love to find a decently priced house to rent that's got I did do an install in the south part of the metro area that had a basement that was freaking monstrous, and I was like, wow, this would be perfect. Half the basement for Lego and half the basement to live.
There you go.
Or actually maybe a quarter for living and 3/4 for Lego.
There you go, priorities.
You can build a bed out of Lego. It's all good.
You turned it up.
Problem is if I make it out of if I use the mattress as 1x1s, I gotta make sure I don't drown.
You'd just be swimming in. Oh no, get the 1x1 studs or circle studs, round studs. You'd be swimming in it. Swimming.
That's what I'm saying. You fall asleep, you better hope you don't sink. Wake up with a mouthful of studs. Sir, he died from eating Lego while he slept.
Speaking of eating Lego, I seriously thought because Brickbender Underworld he streamed earlier today and he titled it "Eating Lego." I thought he was taking the tip from me yesterday when we were streaming because he opened up that new box of greenery. I'm like, well, you know that you probably eat those, and I thought he took my idea and was running with it.
I got that somewhere. What did I do with that? I had that stuff because I picked it up too. Oh, I did with that. I bought some stuff with it. I bought more food and.
Ola collecting bricks in the chat. Ola, that's French for good evening, right?
Oh. Remember our Texas buddies.
Texas.
Yeah, so I bought a couple of small Arctic sets, and then of course more food. You have 800 ice bears to feed, so bought more food. And then I got that.
You brought up the Arctic sets. Has anybody actually physically seen or held the mammoth or the saber tooth yet?
No.
I have the saber tooth because I bought that one separate off Bricklink.
Okay, I likewise I did the same with all 4 of the big cats. Your opinion of it? I mean, it's pretty nice there.
Yeah, he's pretty. Actually, he's still sitting on my desk. Haven't put him up yet. No, he's like the other big cats. He's pretty good, pretty well put together.
What set was he in? Or
one Arctic set, and then another one's got the mammoth, and yeah,
the $40 Arctic plane, the helicopter one, and then
the helicopter one I picked up. So I don't know.
If it wasn't for all that preform crap, I wouldn't have a problem with picking up the entire set because I could reutilize most of the parts. But I got a bin full of oversized wings and canopy, or not canopies, cockpit, solid, one piece. Yeah.
They use those cockpits for trains.
And I don't do the Lego trains. I do my own or better.
Like I said, use the cockpits for your own train. Doesn't some people use the bubble cockpits for train?
Yeah, we got a guy on our lug who took the old jet, the 6-wide jet, and used that. It's got a giant, it's a jet train, but. Of course, when he puts things too close to the track every once in a while, or we do it on purpose, it likes to swing around the turns and nail stuff and pop right as it goes along. It's always entertaining.
Now because I know I picked up the new mice, the new rats, and I'm just waiting to see if that mammoth is going to go down or not.
Yeah,
Finally
I don't think it will. I'm probably going to pick one up here in the next 2 weeks or so, along with at least one of those cats, if not 2. The cats look really good. The new bears, I don't know, they're not bad either. But I got to get that polar bear now too.
Yeah, I know. I have the polar bears. I have the old '90s ones, and then the newer ones.
Those.
Yeah, I try to at least get 2 animals. So if I do a zoo, I have a.
What's up, Nerd Brick in the chat?
You want to build?
I finally found the Harry Potter poly bag at our Target. Finally.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought my 10 last week or the week before.
I haven't physically seen them, but I know a lot of people in the area have been picking them up.
Yeah, I think I have it right here.
Well, I walked in Legoland yesterday and picked up a case of the Harry Potter figs, and some little kid behind me just about shit his pants. It was pretty funny. I'm like, dude, I'm not fighting you or your mom or anybody else looking for this one fig. He's like, you're buying the whole thing? I'm like, I got a job. It helps.
All right. Yeah, I just picked up my second Percival Graves today.
I've got like maybe a few figs. I don't think I've got a personal yet. So.
I did. I did find him. I want to find another one so I can have both copies. That and picking up a second Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you have to pick up 2 of each one so you can have that figure.
Yep.
Yeah, I really wanted duplicates of the alternate figures, but I offered them to my group first, and they all got my dupes before I had a chance to grab them.
Savages.
Share them with them before I hoard them all myself.
I've been collecting them slowly. I don't have a full check.
What group you with?
I'm with Denlug with Reed.
Oh, okay.
What?
I went to Target. They released them. They were putting them on the shelf 2 days early. And I went there on my lunch break and happened to catch her as she was putting them on the shelf. And I grabbed. She was willing to let me take the box out of her cart, and then it told me the 2 places that she stocked them on the shelf. So I grabbed all those, and I ended up with 53 out of the 60 that's in the box. And
Make your job real easy, lady. Let me
yep,
take these.
exactly. You don't have to stock shelves. We'll pick. So,
I see that as work smarter, not harder. So
right. So I ended up with 1 of each, and then I put them next to the Denlug for the duplicates, and I had a few people take me up on that, and I think I have 11 left that are good. And of course, they're all the B-rated characters that nobody really wants extras of. That's all right though.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Are you a drug dealer?
Yeah. Right.
That
Do
sounds
you want to know which duplicates I have?
right. Well, yeah,
I can right there.
Yeah, like today when I stopped at Walmart, they had an end cap of the figures, and sure enough, it was probably a full case there, and it took me until like the last 3 to find Percival.
Oh man.
starting to back left.
So I mentioned
Third from the back.
Yeah, but this was on an end cap, so
Oh,
they were
there you
all
go.
pegs.
Never mind. Yeah,
Is that a personal stash or just?
Yep. Somebody mentioned drugs.
No.
Yes.
So if you're gonna go for the whole set, you got to get the box, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Simplify.
Well, if you can buy one box that comes with all of them, why didn't everybody just buy that box?
Right.
I don't understand.
Do not give these secrets out. Don't state the obvious on the internet, because then people might figure it out.
Right.
I think that's one of the main reasons why people are having a hard time finding them to begin with, because people are just buying the entire case.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that I go to Targets and pull out 5
Oh my
bags
God! Look at that up.
in a towel section?
Looks like he's sleeping.
You found figures in a towel section?
I hide them in towel section
Oh, you hide.
just to ruin people's day.
Look, guys, we have somebody on, and he's on the big screen.
I haven't seen him shaved.
Hey.
What's up, bud?
What's up, Kevin?
That's my boy. Well, I got lots of friends here, but good to have the Stay Shack in there over there.
Look at this, no splints, just a scar.
Oh,
Hi, Kevin.
Do you want it to hurt? Good, very good. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
How are you guys doing?
They all have shiny heads. Look, there's one a shiny head, and 2 people with full sets of hair.
I cut mine short because I had broken arms.
Once it starts falling out, it's easier just to shave it.
We just figured everyone was cancer patients.
Yay.
That's why we care.
Yeah, it's slow like yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
How was Brick Fair? That's what I want to know.
Hello. You want the official brick report?
Trying to be good.
Yeah, don't mess this up.
I'm being good. You're on. I'm good. I've been pretty good. Ask Reed.
Adam's been good.
Yeah, we need numbers, Kevin. What's the numbers? Did you guys do well?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It was I would say by a lot of different accounts, it was by far the best Brick Fair. There was a lot of really, really good energy in that building. everybody was happy with the new approach with having special guests. Like, I did not hear one complaint about that strategy.
Oh yeah, they
Everyone,
had like the whole Comic-Con vibe to it.
they did, yeah, everyone loved it. Like, they were like, it's so great. I have suggestions for next year. I mean, I was flooded with names, and like, people wanted us to start seeking other people. Yeah, Nick, the Brickhead family was definitely in the top 10.
All right, top 10. I'll take it.
So it was really well received. And then because each special guest kind of offered something different, there wasn't a lot of like overlap where it stressed people out. I mean, it stressed me out because I was in charge of all of them, but it like, you know, we had Master Builder Dan in one area doing his build, which people loved, and they would gather around him, and he had a huge crowd at all times. And then you'd have David Pagano, who was, you know, talking to the people that are brick filming enthusiasts and stop motion people, and they had that crowd. And then we had Matthew Ewald with, you know, the whole Galador hype, and I mean, he had his crowd. And then, you know, we had Jim Folds, who came out of hiding, since he hasn't been to an event since 2012, and Megan, who came out, and they unveiled their new project to the world. And so they, of course, they had a crowd too. A lot of the people that have been in the community for a very long time knew them. So it was so cool, because I was just floating around the whole event all the time. And so I'd be like, okay, crowds over there, crowds over there, crowds over there. I'm like, good. Every guest has attention. They're all talking. They're all having fun. Everyone was loving it. Photos were flying. People were a big fan of all the new branding, like the new signage, the new banners. It was super cool for me to see all these families taking pictures of their kids in front of the banners I designed. I thought that was really cool. So they like sit there next to the new Brick Fair mascot and snap pictures.
I was gonna say that mascot looked pretty cool.
Thank you. That's my handiwork.
It kind of reminded me of Dino DNA.
Yeah, it's funny. Someone else said that too, and I was, they couldn't describe it well though. They were saying Jurassic Park. I was like, I don't know what you mean. Kept saying like Jurassic. I was like, it's not a dinosaur. And eventually, through conversation, I deducted they meant the Dino DNA strand thing. Mm-hmm. But he was really liked. People really liked it, and they were embracing it. All of the new social media and marketing strategies. So this was really the first time Brick Fair had a social media manager. This was the first time Brick Fair was actually actively marketing. And we had great numbers. We had over 11,000 people, which was about 1,200 up from last year. So, I mean, I'm not as tuned in as I used to be, but I do still get numbers. And as far as I can tell, Brick Fair Alabama and Brick Fair Virginia are the only two LEGO events in this entire country this year that have gone up in public attendance. Every other event has gone down. And that, I think, also shows our efforts in marketing and social media and buying ads and doing what
Brick Fair Alabama was slammed this year, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, and we did the same stuff. You know, we didn't change the formula. We just kept it going. I can also say that people really like that I'm involved with Brick Fair. They like to talk to me about Brick Fair. So, you know, I don't know what the history is with speaking with Brick Fair staff, but once people found out I was part of staff, they'd be like, oh, finally, can I have 5 minutes of your time? I'm like, sure. So I had lots of conversations about things that can be improved, things that people want to see, which I was fine to do. I had no issues doing it. We also had, I think the final number was 1,100 and maybe 30 AFOLs and TFOLs registered. So that's, again, I mean, it's insane. I think Brick World this year was like 1,003, I think was the number. So, I mean, they're both up there. I mean, we're talking the behemoths in the continent. But Brick Fair continues its dominance of having largest public, largest AFOLs, and largest square footage, because they had 130,000 square feet. So it's definitely the monster. But everything was good. It was tons of fun. I was there Tuesday to Tuesday, and it felt like it was a day. I felt like it was just one day that lasted maybe 26 hours. It just like flew by. It was insane. But yeah, everybody had a really good time. I'm already squaring up some potential special guests for next year. our Galador friend had he had the time of his life. He was
have any
had so much fun. What's that?
No,
Did you have any P-Falls apply?
you need to behave, sir.
T-Falls?
Yeah.
P-Falls.
Hey, I'm trying to talk. Go finish watching what you're watching.
I'm good.
I'm sorry. What was did we have any T-Falls apply?
P-Falls.
Oh, you're not saying T. You're not saying the letter T.
No, I'm saying the letter P. L-M-N-O.
What's a T-Fall?
So
I don't know what that-
this is why I send him to his room because he doesn't socialize well with people.
What does that stand for? What does P stand for?
It's a pedophile.
Oh, well, all right.
I can only apologize so many times for him.
I don't know where that was gonna go, but I didn't think it was gonna go there.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
I did not.
Sorry.
I can safely say I
This
did
is
not.
Don. I don't let him talk to people.
I'm inappropriate.
Well, you know what? You realize it, and so you're on stage.
Take a spray bottle and just spray him in the face. A couple
It's I'm aware. That makes it
Can
conscious.
you do a vertical spray bottle?
Yeah, exactly. Like the cat water bottle.
This man just did this to the screen. And he
Hey,
looks.
I've got some news. Most of us are inappropriate and act upon, don't act upon our our impulses all the time.
Are you a P-Fall?
No,
I am not.
No.
I wasn't talking to you.
They're
But
not.
thank you.
They're not going to want to play with us if you're not nice to them.
What's the worst that could
hey
happen?
Hoosier.
You have to send him to his room.
Oh, who's your son?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, all right, what I miss?
Nothing.
Let me update you.
It's definitely not Care Bears and Oreos.
Haley let somebody in her house and it's causing trouble.
Yeah, and
I did put him. He's usually in bed now.
He's ornery. It's past his bedtime.
Sean looks like he's in rare form tonight.
Yeah. Better keep him away from the wash machine.
My break. He doesn't know how to operate it.
Can't you just put him in the washing machine?
These people don't know what P-Falls are.
He might overload machine if I
Okay,
stick it.
so-
If I put it.
Circling back, there's A-falls and T-falls. Those are both obvious. Is there anything else other than the
K-Falls?
K-Falls.
And
Yeah.
the kid for kids, and then there's, I'd say probably the only other one is the non-Lego significant NLSO.
Nice.
I like how
I
you bring
think about the ones that are too old for half the bricks, and they call them elder fall, E-falls.
Yeah, I've
Elder
never
fans of Lego.
What about the senior fall? The senior.
Senior Falls.
They're
Would
called
it
P-Falls.
be
Gonna
E
drop
or
all these acronyms.
be
Terrible.
could or retired fans of Lego, like retirees that are now fans of Lego.
There you go, retirees.
It's like
See, all I did was introduce a tangent, and you guys are carrying it away. You're doing good.
We're carrying that tangent in a positive direction.
I'm trying to pretend I never heard.
Correct. You're welcome.
Anything else, Kevin? You're still on the big screen.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys have any? I could try to answer any questions if you have any questions about it. Like
So
I
what's about these 2x4 bricks?
What's
Thank you for the update. I appreciate the feedback.
Every
Oh,
time
you
I
know,
buy them, they're
what's
different
funny
colors.
I had one T-Full who came up to me at some point. I don't even remember what day. I was running around. I was going back and forth. I had like bottles of water that I was giving to people, and this kid comes up to me, and he goes, "Mr. Hinkle, can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "Yes. What can I do for you?" And he goes, "Is it really true that the Lego Group is going to discontinue 2x4 bricks?" And I was like, "No, it's
Yes.
Why do you think that?" And he's like, "Well, because of the." And I was like, "That's a joke." And I was like, "All right, I'm going to get back to giving out water." And he's like, "Okay, that's what I thought." And I was like,
Oh, that's epic. I love that. That just made my day right there, Kev. Thank you.
That's the reason why they call you Nick number 2 or the Deuce.
Kevin, while you was at
Nick, I don't want to go over this again.
while you was at Brick Fair, Kevin, did you happen to try to kill the Ninjago line again?
I can't. I have no powers anymore. Well, actually, I have more powers than I ever had, but I don't have the necessary powers to kill any Lego themes. But I did find it the one thing that I had to get, I had to get some satisfaction out of it because we did have a lot of Lego people there. I think we had maybe 5 or 6 Lego employees there, and the applause that I got as a Brick Fair staff was larger than the Lego Group personnel presence. So I was like, well, I'm sorry, the loyalties speak for themselves, my friend.
Wow.
How long did it take you to find Brick Vibe Sig Fig on your display?
Oh man, that took a while. That took like 3 days, I think. And then it was funny because he was like, well, I told him I took it. He's like, why'd you take it? I'm like, why'd you put it on my mock? I don't know what the correct answer is. So now I have 2 Brick Vibe figures in my collection.
He showed it to us on his walkthrough.
Oh yeah.
Go back. He said, wow. I was like, you got a Sig Fig in your pocket? Put it on his display.
It's fine
Well,
with me.
at least Kevin wanted to put it on that picture on there. So now we just got to go through all the videos and find out who's wearing that shirt. So we got his lower half and his shirt.
Right.
So now we need to match his shirt with a picture or a video. It's in the catalog up there.
I love it. I love the way you think.
I'll tell you whose video it is.
I love it. So good.
She's gonna give me she's gonna give me the cheat on that one, huh?
If you all
Find it. It's for you.
If you all follow the post that Kevin posted, Classic Plastic Brick said he has the other half of the photo.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I'm sure if you contacted him with a little bit of money, he would probably show it to you.
I think it's be the next Hall and Ball auction there, right there. The other half of that photo.
All right.
I just don't remember him because I asked him when to take it. I go, hey, can you take a picture of us real quick and make sure it's only the top half down? And they go, okay, that's weird, but all right. And I mean, we were looking at the cameraman. I don't remember anyone behind, unless he was at a distance or he was from the sides or the back. But there was nobody else in front of us. I don't know, but I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised if he did. But it just,
knowing Todd, he might not even have it. He was just saying it.
That's probably a strong theory.
What's
I saw that picture. I was wondering what that picture was. Now I know now.
But yeah, I mean, it was good, and I get it. I know traveling is expensive, and everyone's got their ideal cons, but I do recommend it. Brick Fair it's the biggest for a reason. So it's a good show if you can ever make it.
I will say I will come to the defense of Brick Vibe, and it hurts me to even say this, but he got robbed with his mural. Whoever was voting voted the wrong mural.
Well, yeah, I mean, and see, that's the thing is, I watched some of his afterthought stuff about that, and I mean, I've also watched people reflections on those at Brick World and their reflections on them in Philly. People get so worked up into these awards and stuff. It's not about it. It's not about the awards. It's not about the trophies. It's not about beating your fellow Lego fans. It's about having fun, and it's about talking with other fans. And people get so worked up on it, and that's a waste of energy. Getting so worked up into feeling like it's funny because I already have a comic drawn up and ready for this about for Bricks in the Middle about putting way too much energy into awards. But yeah, I mean, I can say, at least from a Brick Fair perspective, because I was staff, I was involved. Nobody looks at who built anything. Nobody does. They look at what they think is great, and they look at the number on the mock card, and that's what they put in. They don't even take 2 seconds to look at a name. So there is no favoritism. There's no nepotism. There's none of that. And then they get nominated, and then people vote. I know not a lot of people vote. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. Like at Brick World, the only reason I voted, and the first time I ever voted, I've never once voted for mocks at Brick World. And the only reason I did it is because Brick Vibe came up and said, "Hey, could you please vote for my mosaic?" That's the only reason I did. I said, "Okay, I'll vote for it." So I know that not a lot of people vote, but there's a good chunk. But it's you know, it's a democracy.
Yeah, because when we were at Brick World, a lot of people were like, "Well, you know that it's hard to win awards at Brick World unless you know people at And I was like, "Well, that kind of sucks that works like that." But
yeah,
so I don't know if that was the same way that
who said that?
went out there.
Yeah, I don't know the intricacies of the system at Brick World. I just know, I mean, even for me, like I got to award a staff favorite. As a member of staff, we get to just pick one and say you won. And I went over and I found the just that massive castle from the Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, the thing was insane. I had no clue who built it. I said, "Hey, who built this?" And this like kid, he like goes, "I built that." And I go, "Congratulations, here's my favorite thing of this build. Here's your award." It has nothing to do with who built anything. It was just, but like I said, I can't speak for all the events and I can't speak for everybody. But yeah, I mean, to me, it kind of, I don't know. It disappoints me to hear people get so worked up about not getting a trophy. It's like, well, if that's why you're going, I mean, if it's really that important, I don't know. It's
like the coveted Kevin Hinkle Award.
I don't know. Like I said, it just feels like wasted energy. Like it's not what it's about.
I mean, I've been nominated for an award, and then I've actually won a judge's award at Brick World. But the thing is, though, too, is I'll never win another one with the castle. Once you win one with a mock, you'll never win again. Well, World of Lights would be cool. If I could win World of Lights off of it again, that would be good. Because I haven't won World of Lights off the castle. That's the only one.
Yeah. And that's the same thing for Brick Fair. Is if you win a mock, in the system, it blocks it. Like no staff member can select it. Like you can't even nominate it if it's won an award before. But it's kind of cool though that even some old things it's all new to somebody else. So I mean, I know that was another comment. It was like, oh well, that Wonder Woman mosaics made the rounds, and it's like, so what? There's still 800 people that have not seen it. It's like, I get it, but I don't get it. I call nonsense on those kind of words. And it's like, yes, was it at Alabama? It was at Alabama. And it probably was at maybe one more before. But, again, the numbers speak for themselves. And you can't just say, well, I guess 800 people had it in for you. It's like, no, that's not how it works. And Master Builder Dan, as a special guest, he also got to award a staff favorite at Brick Fair, Virginia, and he gave it to this really big classic space mosaic that's like all translucent elements. Reed would probably love it. But it's all like a glass window of classic space. It's been around. That thing's been on display for years. But Dan, Master Builder Dan, has not once ever in his life been to a Lego fan event. Not once. And this was his first event, and he said, "Kevin, that was my favorite thing in this whole room." And I went over and I gave the award to the builder. And he goes, "You guys know that I've displayed this for like several years." And I go, "It doesn't matter how long you've displayed it. It won an award. The guy who saw it for the first time said it was his favorite thing in the hall." And I'm sure people had things to say about it, and I don't really care what they had to say about it. But it was, it's something's always new to somebody. But yeah, those conversations about what wins and don't wins, they don't hold any weight with me whatsoever.
What gets me is whenever I'm at a show. And it's like you hear these little tiny voices. "Look, Mater," or is that? And you just hear all those oohs and ahs and questions, and then you got some of the T-falls and the A-falls over there asking about, "Is that the Lego Castle set such?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I based it off of," and it's all that. It's not just basically about the award. The award would be nice, but it's all the oohs and ahs and the gratification you get from everybody.
I know you're
else.
still mad at me because I didn't pick your ankle.
I'm just messing with you, man. It was just a running joke. So I just
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
No, but it was like when we were at Brick World, we had those high heels that we had on display.
Yep.
And people were coming over. They're like, "Oh, yeah, these are cool," and they're like, "Can we hold them?" And so, we let them check them out and hold them and take pictures with them. So, just having that kind of interaction with people, on the other side of the bar, being like, "Oh my God, this is really cool."
I get that. That's what it's about. That is right
Build
there.
your stuff so you can go stand on the outside of your tables.
That's what I do. I love to do
A lot
that.
more every time. I do that for all our.
See, it's like
Yep.
I went to Philly last year. I drove 10 hours. I displayed 2 sig heads. That was it. That was the only Lego I took with me.
But Hoosier, you're a legend in your own right, though.
I was there to support.
His own mind.
I said you're a legend in your own right with an R.
It was his own mind.
I was there to support all my buddies that was bringing everything. So
yeah.
Yeah, like with our table at Brick World, I don't think I sat down any kind of time during the public days because we were out, talking to people about the stuff in the channel and stuff like that. So
that means you're right.
How I say it. What did I say? It's like shaking babies and kissing hands.
Yeah, you did say that, I think.
See, I've been out, not in the Lego community, but I do tie dyes and glass work and other creative crafts, and it just every time I go out to go and sell my wares, it's just hearing just hearing everybody gawk and talk about about this, and it's all the gratification. I mean, it's awesome being out and about.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, I don't know if she's still in here, but Haley's Jurassic World mock. I couldn't imagine what she felt like at Philly when she went to go get the vote. She wasn't even nominated.
I thought that for this year, right? Didn't it win? I thought it won.
Yeah, but it won.
Didn't it win staff choice?
Yeah, it won the
What's
staff.
Haley's online
But
here?
she didn't know that till Sunday, so she set the whole show going. Oh my God!
But that's what he's saying. People get so worked up over these awards. The only award I ever gave a hoot about winning was the collaborative or the group build.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you run one, believe me, all that effort over the course of a year, you kind of wanted to win it. But other than that, I mean, we did the Pirates in 2012. That's the one I ran, and we won it, and that was awesome at Brick World. And everything else, it's like, if I get nominated, cool. I get a little orange flag, and now you get a little mini 1x6x5 panel that's printed. I mean, sure, it's a minor trophy, it's cool, but some of these guys come back to Brick World and they bring all their damn awards, and I gotta sit there and walk by, and I see like 7, 8.
Yeah,
we've got the Missouri. We travel with the Missouri for Brickmania. We go to shows. We put up like the Brick Fair People's Choice Award or whatever it is, and that one sticks with it. But it's from like 5 years ago, or whatever it is. That's the one that goes with. But you see some of these people, and they line it up, and they've got 10 or 12 different nomination trophies plus their win trophies, and it's just like, really, what are you here for? Are you here for the fact that you get gratification from everybody voting for you, or are you here for the fact that you want to actually talk to people and learn new things and socialize and meet new people? I agree with Kevin wholeheartedly.
It's also, it's kind of like it tends sometimes, and there's probably 1 or 2 people at every event where it just brings out such nastiness in people, like where they start like getting into the weeds. They're like, well, when did he build it? How much did he spend on it? I mean, it's like, who cares? Like, why are we drilling into this? It's kind of like what I find super interesting. I'm sure you guys saw that my Lego room tour video was put up on David Hall's YouTube channel, which I was okay with. I was fine with it. I said, sure, I don't care, show it. And of course, because it's a video about my room, I've been watching the comments, and there are some rude comments in there.
Yeah.
It's like people telling me that I'm sorting wrong, or that I'm not a real builder. And I mean, just like the worst judgmental people. Wow. And don't get me wrong, I'm replying to every single one of those comments.
Good for you, Jay and Silent Bob.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm going to go comment on this video right now.
That's fine.
It's the internet. People are going to hate because they can.
Totally. And
that's all there is to it. I mean, just go out there and do what you're going to do, and people are going to hate you no matter what you do. So,
but it's just there's another level, there's another layer to it when you act that way in person.
Well,
like
that's the layer that gets people punched.
Yeah, well, that's
No, I just walk away nowadays.
Beware of Tanya and her knife wielding robot.
But it's just
It is true.
Because I've seen it now a couple times at some of these events. Well, I've seen it over the years too. But when somebody, like, for example, doesn't get nominated and they're really, really upset about it, and they sit there and they just vent and stew and complain and whine, and they sit there and they say some of the nastiest stuff. Like, well, that person probably didn't spend nearly as much as I did. And I'm like, what? How is this generating anything? Like, I don't understand how it just, I don't get it. I really don't. It's just, what's that saying? Anger leads to hate leads to suffering. Hashtag still not winning.
Still not winning.
What's it matter if it's $5 or $5,000? Who cares?
Yeah. See, Jigglepuff brought up. I was just going to bring this up. He said that we only acted sad for the video. It was.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
I got a peppercorn.
This is not a secret Bash Brickhead family underpinnings.
I see where you're going, Kevin. I know what you're doing.
Hey,
I read between the lines.
Speaking of that video, Kevin, I seen something in that trade pile / sale pile that I might be interested in.
Hit me up, man. Hit me up.
I got you.
They say just send me all your unwanted Technic. I'll take
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I'll increase the members of my robotic Lego army.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate.
I'm fixing to do something that may be bad. I'm fixing to unplug. So let's watch the audio and see what happens.
What?
Let me said for the dark side. They get stuff done.
Yeah, they do.
How's the audio?
Audio sounds good.
I feel like when you asked that, half the people said it was good and half the people made a joke that it was bad at the same, but everyone spoke at the same time. That none of it really translated.
So, Kittenville, did I hear you earlier say they told you had to stay another 3 months?
3 weeks. I misspoke.
Oh, okay. You scared me there for a second. It's like, oh, something must have really went bad.
Well, he didn't recover as quick as he should have, and it's a possibility. I don't know how long we're going to be here, but at least 3 weeks. 3 more weeks.
I'm sorry. That just sucks.
Yes.
I had to get back to work, so I'm putting all my stuff away.
Peppercorn. I have no idea why I bought this thing.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you probably didn't hear Adam, but the actor, the Matthew Ewald from Galador, who was there, he was totally into the Brickmania stuff. He made multiple purchases from the Brickmania shop. And the really, really big, I don't speak military. There was a really big
plane or the boat?
A giant gray plane. Like
B-17.
Sure. Yeah, like motorized propellers.
Oh, the C-130 Cody built. Yeah, the demo.
Yeah. Like it was all like those guys spent like 30 minutes talking about that plane. And I was like, I felt like Derek Zoolander in the bar with his brothers and dad talking about who won the match. I'm like sitting there holding like a cup of coffee and trying to give him like a guided tour of the hull. And we just like stopped at this airplane. I'm like, all right. That is an airplane.
Sorry. No stormtroopers got a brain.
But he was a huge fan and he made a couple purchases.
Cool.
Some of those sets are really, really, really expensive, aren't they?
Yes.
So fast.
Well, let me rephrase that. All of them sets are really, really, really expensive.
There you go.
He's trying to play coy
You get what you pay
Adam,
for.
But Adam over there, wherever square he's in, he's the manager of the Brick Mania store in Woodfield Mall.
Oh no, I'm more than that. I got all the stores.
I don't even know if I'm pointing in the right direction.
Down
He's
in
the
that
manager.
corner.
Are you like a district? You like a district manager?
Yeah.
You're like a regional manager.
Regional retail manager. Yes, that's what my
Do
business.
you have an assistant to the regional manager?
Yes. I fire him weekly. No. I sent him to start baking on my George Foreman grill so it cooks in the morning.
Well, you want to wake up to the smell of crispy bacon.
Yes. Plenty of bubble wrap in case I burn my foot. You know, and we get that all the time. You get what you pay for. I mean, if you want quality, you want something that Lego's not going to do, that's going to be durable and last. It's great. If you're on a tight budget and Lego is not for everybody. Our stuff is definitely not for everybody. We would like it to be, but some people can't do it, and we get that, and that's okay. So, I hear it. I hear it all. I heard it all when I was working at Lego for 8 years, so I'm familiar with it.
Meh.
You worked for Lego?
Speak freely.
Yeah. I like walking into that store and looking at the stuff, but
The best
doesn't
thing about
match my
being an adult and having a good job is affording the Lego I always wanted.
Yeah, I mean,
indeed.
Hey, you know what? You could say it's expensive all day. We did 50 PT boats. We sold every one.
I see.
Every
And that's
B-17 we make, we sell every single one.
That's
we just
that
did
one,
a
man.
reprint on the railgun. The one we made 50 of those. We just did another 50.
I told you that boat, that PT-109, that was the one that I was like, it was already in my cart. I was like, I gotta have that boat. That's amazing. Like, add to cart, check out, and I was like, hold on, how many zeros are in my total?
A lot of printing, a lot of sourcing, and it's tough because we got to go to get our parts. Getting our parts is our biggest cost right now.
That I believe.
It's also a custom build, so anything custom, you're going to pay.
There's a lot of energy that goes into designing those models, and
that we've said if we can get parts for a cheaper price, we will lower the set, and we did that. We came out with that Corsair a couple of years ago. It was $330. We saved parts for the second round. We did it at $315. It's only $15, but guess what? We said we'd do it, and we did it. So, I mean, we'll stick to what we say. We back our stuff up, but yeah, it's getting a hold of parts, going through that aftermarket. It's not like some other company out there is willing to actually sell parts to us and at a decent price and say, hey, cool, here you go. As opposed to, oh, we want control of everything. You can't make this.
Yeah. Big B says Brickmania has a set that runs in the excess of $100.
In the what?
That be the plane you was talking about, Kevin?
I don't know. Which one did he say?
He didn't say the name of it. He just said in excess of $1,500.
Yeah, B-17. It goes for $1,750.
Yeah.
I say it all nonchalant, I know, but I know the product.
Dude,
and they sell.
You afford it, you buy it. You don't afford it, learn how to build it yourself.
We sold one the other day at Woodfield. So,
craziness.
That was a brand new customer with no discounts, no sales, no anything. So the stuff it moves.
Yeah. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. If it was something that I was into, I'm sure I'd have every one.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of get a little bit exhausted by the war stuff. Not for me, but that's all right. But there's a really good market out there for it, and there's a lot of people who want it, and they love the recreations. And go, do you?
Tanya, how can you be tired of war when you're equipping your robots with knives?
No. There's a difference between war and domination.
Oh, okay.
I get that wrong.
Sets are cool as heck. I look at them every time I go to a show when they're there. Don't fit into what I do. It's like Star Wars. I don't buy.
Right, and that's the trick. Is
hold on, you buy Star Wars if it's a poly bag though.
It's like I have the
there's the key word.
The staff at the Hot Topic at the mall. They've seen a lot of my creations, and they're all wanting to live vicariously through me, and they're all telling me I need to buy the Hogwarts Castle. The Hogwarts Castle fits nowhere in my themes or setup. you know, and I'm like, and they're like, buy it. I'm like, buy it and show us pictures, and I'm like, the pressure. Oh.
I thought you were going to say they were going to tell you that if you buy one shirt, there's another one half off.
They know I know that. So.
Okay.
But use your Hot Topic cash and you can save even more.
Yes.
I do have my Hot Topic cash. I have a bunch of Hot Cash out
There you go.
right now.
All the cash is the Hot Topic cash.
And you know what? I don't give two shits about people going, "Hey, what are you doing wearing Hot Topic clothes? Aren't you a little old for that?" It's like, you know what? Don't give a shit.
Just ask them, aren't they a little short for a stormtrooper?
Yeah, Brickbender Underworld in the chat.
Here we go.
See?
Bye, Brickbender.
Imperial.
Definitely a shorter thing. And like I say, I don't remember stormtroopers having brains, but they included a brain brick, so
Well.
maybe I should replace it with a black one.
Wow, you know.
I got here kind of late. Building a robot to work them shears.
What?
This nervous cord, medulla oblongata.
Is Tanya building a robot to handle those shears? She's got.
Yeah.
Oh, these beautiful things! I love these things.
I didn't even realize that Hot Topic was still open.
That's all right.
What's going on, Big B?
They actually.
I remember buying my Skids pants from Hot Topic.
Oh God, so that's going back a year or two.
Look at that slick logo over there.
That logo is pretty slick, though. I am very impressed by that logo.
Trying to cue this up the right way. It's got to be approached. It's got to be approached as though it was a Jared's commercial.
Let's not talk about defaults anymore.
Yeah, but Big B is on the screen. Is that a logo that you helped design?
This is
I just got paid for the job.
This is a Henkel original.
Hey, Kevin, going back to that room tour video.
Yeah.
Did I see those letters sitting on that on your build table?
The letters?
Yeah, for Big B's logo.
Oh yeah, you probably did. Yeah, they were when David was here. I was in the process of doing sketch models for that, so they were still built.
I should have arranged with a contract to get blue rounded 1x1 tiles with the logo because they're Q elements.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I can't. That's all. I don't think they're going to come out with it. It's a primary color. How are they not going to come out with a primary color?
That would be.
Took us forever to get 1x1 green stud. So anything's possible. Do not count out Lego. You would think.
So there was this really kind of surreal moment for me during Brick Fair when Beyond the Brick was giving like a personal tour to one of their family members who came to visit the show. And I believe it was Aunt Tina, famous Aunt Tina from Beyond the Brick fame. If anyone watches Beyond the Brick, they all know Aunt Tina. And Aunt Tina had the 24 hours live stream shirt, which was something they hired me to design a long time ago. And they, of course, had their Beyond the Brick uniforms on, which, of course, I designed that logo a long time ago. And they wanted me to take a photo in front of the giant build that Master Builder Dan did of the Brick Fair logo. And so I was sitting there holding up the camera, and I said, "This is really weird." And they go, "Why is it weird?" I go, "Because every single thing in this photograph I designed." And they go, "Really?" I'm like, "You're standing in front of the Brick Fair banner that I designed, with the Brick Fair logo I designed, with your shirt that I designed, with her shirt that I designed. And that prototype model that Master Builder Dan used, I designed with Mary from Colonial Life."
Kevin's like, "I own you all."
I was like, everything in this shot I had a hand in. It was
Everything the light touches is my kingdom.
It was a Mufasa moment.
Kevin's got his hands on everything.
Well, Brickblaze is in the chat.
Yeah, he said he's going to a movie. Just wanted to stop in and give like.
Yeah, he's
Thanks,
been over
Glenn.
there killing it over at all the concerts.
Enjoy the show, buddy.
Yeah, do it, man.
Everything the light touches. That is your king.
Everything that is Lego, Kevin has touched.
It's pretty crazy. Speaking of, how's your logo going, Nick?
You know, I'm still not working on it.
you're still thinking it through in the old noggin.
Yeah, I'm still kicking it around.
I was able to. I was once Todd from Classic Plastic saw Big B's logo. He was like, "Okay, let's start."
Gotta step it
So
up.
are we saying that all the brick tubers are going to have logos by Hinkle?
Yeah, no, nobody can have one like mine.
That's true.
When
I make everything with unique care and love.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's
one of the many.
Otherwise, Warner Brothers is going to start investigating.
Probably.
Yeah.
When I seen Big B's logo, I was like, "Dang, how much is the shirt going to cost me?"
And see, Reed, you've got your logo on there too.
I do. It is on my screen that you designed.
I might get an investigator for being a monopoly.
What?
You want to put a discount coupon in the chat, Kevin? 'Cause
I'll give discounts to people that have more than a certain number of poly bags.
I don't have any poly bags. That's not even right.
Tell you one thing, Kevin. I found another service for you.
Go on, I'm ready.
After you design the logo for people, you should have a secondary service that gives them info and walks them through the process of doing like stickers, T-shirts, business cards,
the merch, all the merch.
The merch side, the advertising first phase size.
I got you.
I totally would have bought that.
My comprehensive consultation package on merchandising.
Totally, because I actually have people like Hoosier just saying like I would wear a T-shirt. Like I don't know how to get a T-shirt done. Outside of like calling Vinny down at the T-shirt shop, I mean, because that's the only way I know how to do it.
Well, I could have done all that stuff myself, as far as the Z Strong line, but I just went ahead and did it the lazy way and submitted my stuff to Amazon.
Hey, it's Lego related. I support it, buddy. You know that.
Gotcha.
First order. That's easy. This to print, you can get all your cards. That's easy.
Yeah.
T-shirts, I don't know. I just have connections. I have like 6 different people I've bought shirts from over the years. So that's easy for me, but I'm just a matter of talking to people and finding out who they use.
I've got a carousel in the storage where I could go over and hammer out some through a screen press.
Yeah,
and I've also got an iron that I could go over and press. I could go over and order the screen print material on paper, and I could go over and use that hot iron and smash all the ink into the shirts. I got two methods I could go over and do printing.
I go with Spreadshirt. I just dump my designs on Spreadshirt, and they take care of everything. I get like maybe $6 on a T-shirt, but I don't have to worry about printing or shipping or any of that. So
that's why I went to Amazon too, because I didn't have to worry about any of that. I just sit there and get the royalties.
And my last time doing shirts, we cut out our own screens.
Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do for my carousel. I go over and burn my own screens.
Well, there's a place at Colorado Mills that does T-shirts. That's where I get mine done. So I'll just go down there and have them make it, and that way I don't have to deal with anything. Because I used to do the screen print with the printer and the iron, and I was like, you know what? For all the time and effort, and the fact that Kevin and Paul killed my iron, I actually just go to them.
That was not. You can't blame us because your car was messy.
Paul opened the door. How did I supposed to blame him?
I guess you can. I guess you can blame us, but I don't want to be blamed.
Sorry.
You can blame Paul. I think it was him, right? I was sitting in the front the whole time.
Yeah. I think he called it in the door Cloud at the door somehow.
I'm just going to be lazy and wait for Mr. Hinkle to be lazy and submit it for one of his T-shirt of the months.
Oh, take your logo and put on. This is our shirt this month.
We have Stormtrooper.
Nice.
I'm still waiting to see that shark design.
I just sold a rare Stormtrooper.
Yeah, which one?
the other day. Let's see here. Let me pull it up real quick. I was at the hospital, so I really didn't really get my hands on it. So after I went over there, took it out of the box and shipped it out. I just noticed it was rare and it was a $30 piece, and I was like, I need to put that up in the store right away.
I was in Target earlier. I seen a group of about 5 people filling the CMFs.
What's a CMF?
I have no clue.
That's a concrete medical facility.
Captain Rex. Out of set 50.
Community mob forum.
Ooh. All right. That's fine.
I like concrete medical facility because that's pretty accurate.
Did you get that, Tanya?
What's that?
It was Captain Rex.
Oh, yeah. Yep. He's a little bit. He's a clone trooper, not a stormtrooper.
Yes, 7-year-olds will eat your Robinson.
They didn't become stormtroopers until after Order whatever was given.
Yeah.
Order 60.
66.
Whatever. Thank you. Execute Order 66.
Hey, Hoosier, you still looking for more of those Harry Potter polybags?
Oh, there it is.
You have to ask.
Because I just I picked one up yesterday and I meant to send you a message because they had about 30 of them on their pegs. So
you're gonna start triggering everybody.
How come you didn't buy them all? You know your friends want them.
I have a couple left. Which ones you looking for?
Don't you care about us?
I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend.
Hey, Ken, I need
do
a Cho Chang. That's the only one I need.
Don't do nothing yet, Nick.
Okay.
Car show tomorrow. It's hard telling how much money I'm going to spend.
I cannot hear you, Ken. Is your microphone all bloody?
I have no Joe.
No Cho. Oh, I got Ron today. That was one I was looking for. Granted, I didn't feel the bags. I just picked 2 at random.
Ron Burgundy?
Yes.
I couldn't help it. That would
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
And a couple of the other now.
I did get I did get the one that I absolutely had to have, and that's my girl Luna.
I got a few.
Luna
Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood. Gotta
Now
have
you need
Luna.
the Stagecoach.
I do need the stagecoach. The stagecoach is pretty.
Is that Luna with the good hair?
What do you consider the good here?
She's got really cool hair with a headband.
No.
Oh,
No,
did you all
this is
see?
a CMF Luna.
Did y'all see Big B's post the other day? He had a bunch of the cavalry hats. It reminded me of that.
Old school cavalry hats.
Yep.
I paid attention.
Yeah, like genocide style hats.
Well, it reminded me of from the Harry Potter series whenever the girls came in for the tournament. They all had their hats.
Lobaton.
Yeah, that's why it triggered that memory. Of that movie. So,
anybody got any word on anything with Bricktober related, due to the fact that TRU doesn't exist in states anymore?
I still been waiting on word, but I hadn't.
I'm here in Asia, Canada, and possibly Australia.
I was disappointed that we weren't getting that Jeffrey Brickhead.
This right here.
It'll be somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Who got the Speed Racers contract?
Yeah.
This is what I was interested from Bricktober last year. That's the only one I wanted.
That's perfect.
No, this one, the Marvel one looks good, and the HP one. Yeah, there's some good stuff in them both.
The HP one looks good because that one had some good stuff that I saw.
Now, I can't tell you where the locations are, but I did hear Lego is putting in at least 3 different stores in different locations.
Pop-up Christmas stores you're talking?
No, just regular stores.
Yeah, if you want to follow that, all you need to do is follow their LinkedIn profile and see where they're opening up management positions and interviews.
Yeah.
That's how I helped identify the one for Steel City.
Yeah. That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to Frankenstein my own.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out in about 4 years, though. But that's probably not their best bet. But give them 4 years, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, all that Toys R Us stuff, it'll still be used. It was already all made.
Yeah.
It'll just be siphoned off.
They just need to get the factory in Mexico to rebox it, and it'll go to whoever has the current contract with Speed Racers.
If Amazon can carry it, they'll be able to keep it because of TRU.
Yeah.
Okay, just figured I'd ask.
I haven't heard anything, but that's
Likewise,
fine.
I'm still hunting down solo polybags with the figures from the mine worker and himself.
Polybags.
Where's Hoosier?
Polybags.
Nick, next time you edit like a video for Polybag War, you need to have like some footage of Reed and Hoosier and anybody else where it's like their eyes and they get the red stripe with the Kill Bill.
Not one of those Quentin Tarantino moments where everything turns red after the.
That's the one.
There you go.
It just always amazes me how the room just gets so filled with blood after one of the scenes.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty insane.
Did someone say polybag?
That's funny.
Make it so.
Polybags.
Hinkle said it, therefore it is.
I am still impressed though that somebody came up to you and asked you if the 2x4 brick was really being discontinued.
I'm not impressed, but that's fine.
That means somebody's actually watching our stuff.
Did you see the word gullables in the dictionary?
No people are watching. You've got multiple fans. Like that. There's that one kid that I love. What's his name? Jack. I love watching Jack all the time. It's so good.
Oh man, it's pretty brutal when Jack jumps on our streams. That's for sure.
He has some interesting. I'm gonna choose my words carefully. He has some interesting interactions when Butt Chop is on your.
Oh,
they have an interesting dynamic that they do.
Butt Chop scared him off last week. We were on last week, and Butt Chop said something, and it just triggered him, and he was like, "All right, I'm out." To enough that Jack didn't jump on our stream last night when we were streamed.
I did not watch that. I'll have to go back and see what happened.
Oh, one good thing about me being in the hospital last week is I got a bunch of sorting trays. Go get them real quick.
Nice.
They're all made of stainless steel. They have a little bit of some staining on them.
They're all sterile.
Yeah, I think what happened was that Butt Chop said something to Jack, and he goes, you gotta just cheer up, dearie, or something like that, and he just went.
He went crazy. No. But it's funny because I'm never gonna forget that Care Bear story. I'm never gonna forget it. Never gonna forget it.
Did you hear the Oreo one?
No, I did not hear. I heard about the Oreo one, but I never heard the Oreo one.
Yeah,
I got an early day tomorrow. I'm checking out now before you get started. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, take it easy, Dave.
Yeah, Kittenville actually jumped on the other day on our stream, and he had a Care Bear and Oreos set up just for Jack.
And Butt Chop about went unglued.
It's so good. It's so good. See, you got fans.
Yeah, exactly. We got two.
2 fans. That's it.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get
What I
100
got.
of these, but all I got was about 30 or 40.
Oh, let me see. What is this?
Yeah, the sorting trays I got from the hospital.
Well, yeah.
Every time they came in for a med round or whatever, they brought one of these.
I remember those. I remember my wife throwing up in those when she was.
Hold those up
in
again.
labor.
Yep.
That's probably a common tool.
Pretty much.
Yeah, not sure if I want to be advertising that I'm selling Lego that was put in those.
Hey, they're sterile.
Like all I picture in my mind is my wife asked me to hand her one of those while she's laying in a bed.
Yeah, chunking it up. Yeah.
There we go.
Been there, done that, Kevin.
Totally sterile. Totally sterile.
Yeah. Plastic, totally not proven to be absorptive.
Yeah. They were definitely not
Except for
used for the
California,
purpose
except
they
for
were
California,
intended for.
place happens.
How many of those did you get?
I got about 30 or 40 of them.
That's a lot of those.
That's a lot.
Well, every time they brought meds, that's what they brought the meds in. They go there, put these little packs and syringes and stuff,
Yep.
and their blood work. When they had to draw blood, and they never was used for the purpose they was intended for.
Right.
Yeah, but there's probably like a little paper cup thing that the pills are in, right? And that the water's in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing actually has physical contact with that except for another vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the pills came in a ketchup pack. You go over, peel the little pack, the little thing back, and the pills come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All righty.
Yeah, no, I don't need any of those. Thank you, though.
I really need a photography setup.
Oh my!
What can I do?
So is Dude Jude gonna get in here?
Who?
Dude Jude.
I sent him an invite.
I don't think I recognize that name. Who's Dude Jude?
Some dude from this direction that.
Nice.
He's not a
I was
bad dude.
hoping you were going to finish that. Some dude named Jude.
Some dude named-
It sounded like you were starting to go. I was like, some dude named Jude.
Well, he's got Jude's story, and I'm at St. Jude, so.
Right.
And he's the dude.
The dude.
Very good.
Nobody messes with the dude.
I hope he's not rude.
Don't be rude, dude.
What they do to that rug?
I'm alive.
You almost lost the rest of it.
What?
It was kind of weird in the movie industry or whatever. We just got over the Twinkies. That one, what's the name of it? They're looking around for Twinkies. And all of a sudden, the dude came out there. He was getting his rug back. And it just, damn.
The dude was getting his rug. Okay, never mind.
They stole his rug, dude.
Yeah, man.
Brought the whole room together.
Oh yeah, so many of those moments. I had so many of those moments at Brick Fair, which I'm sure is the same thing as Brick Fest and Brick World, where there's all these conversations out of context that you just like, you walk into a circle and someone's like, oh yeah, and they just say something like, never mind.
So what is one of the worst stories that you could give us from Brick Fair?
Hold on, no, look, Big B's doing the reveal. We're slowly panning out of the logo, moving into the realm of reality.
There you go, Kevin.
It looks super awesome. It's pretty big, isn't it?
IRL.
Nice. Looks good.
Shirt. He's got a nice shirt on. I like the shirt.
Classic green.
Yeah.
Green. Got that both messages going there with that one.
Love it. Love it. Super good. So you said, you asked me a question, right?
Yeah. I don't know, a good bad story from Brick Fair. Anything like go unhinged or anything at any point?
Baby poop in the brick pit.
Not again. So
Nobody locked you in the trunk?
So one thing that did have to change from last year, which some people were upset about, which I think they have reason to be upset about, was so last year during the Adult Swim, which would also be comparable to the Red Brick District, which would be comparable to the World of Drinks, where all these events do this thing where all of a sudden alcohol starts flowing. I personally do not partake. I never have. But every venue is different. And so for the venue that Brick Fair is at, their security is very, very strict that if there is alcohol in that building, you better be 21 or you're out. And so they were very strict on that. And there was no wiggle room. And so for the staff, they said, all right, well, whenever you're going to do Adult Swim, this expo hall becomes 21 and up only. And we will be checking IDs at the door. It's like, well, all right. I mean, you can't do anything about it. And in the past, last year and a couple years before, Brick Fair used to have a Adult Swim and a Kid Swim, which I thought was awesome. It's super awesome that they offered that. So there was the Adult Swim in the big expo hall. That's the 100,000 square feet. And then there's a small expo hall that's attached to it with like two giant rolling doors. And they would just roll the doors down and you'd have two separate expo halls. So the small expo hall, all the under 21 could still have fun and do whatever they want for as long as they want. In the Kids Swim. Unfortunately, last year, the kids during the Kids Swim wanted to mess things up. And so I don't believe there was any alcohol over there. I mean, the security is so tight, I doubt that it happened. But they decided to break people's mocks. They decided to even damage one of the machines. So Brick Fair is kind of unique in that it kind of leans into the whole fair concept. So there's like carny games and stuff like that, but they're all Lego-fied. I think it's really cool. I think it's a neat little thing they do. So they had some like, arcade games, like crane games where you could win Lego. And one of those I think was smashed open. So kids misbehaved. And none of the adults saw it because all the adults were in the other expo hall getting drunk. And there was the one security guard in the front who's not paid to watch. He's paid to check IDs.
Where were you, Kevin?
I was in the adults. I was in the adult swim area. There's a really cool like security perch where it's a little elevated so you can see the whole thing. And I like to stand there and watch all the adults.
Oh yeah.
So I was up there last year.
I like being a sober person in the room. It's always fun.
It is.
Usually, yeah.
Quite.
You want to go there and record everything that's going on in there because it's just so hilarious, but it's just not respectful,
So because there was a terrible incident last year, Kids Swim was axed from the schedule because the kiddos, one rotten apple spoils the bunch, and so something happened and couldn't do it. So there's no Kids Swim. That's gone. But of course, the adults, they still want to have their booze time. And so the Adult Swim was kind of, condensed into that Saturday evening where also World of Lights was scheduled. And so there was a lot of teenagers and kids, which I think were rightfully so, were a little upset that they missed World of Lights because they physically couldn't enter the building because that was when it was the 21 and up time. And some of them vocalized it quite a bit through other various live streams, through feedback. But again, it shows that you don't always know the whole story. And people are like, well, I don't understand why they don't want us to have fun. It's like, no, there was an entire separate event for under 21 last year and people messed it up.
There you go.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean it's never going to come back. But
I think that they should have arranged for a time for the under 21 people to be able to view the World of Lights, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I think that that's possibly a shortcoming of the show, not considering the fact that, okay, we took this away, but this was included with this, so now we have to extract it somehow to make sure that we fulfill the full the ticket.
Couldn't
Just as looking in from the outside, I know that you deal with them, and I'm not trying to be critical at all.
No,
I'm just
I don't take it critically.
From a younger fall point of view.
No, I could not agree more. Totally.
When you initially had said the younger district, I was thinking it was like an area where parents could go and drop their little kids off that would have come with them.
Oh, sure.
A really young area. I didn't realize when you were first talking about it that it was the teenagers.
No, yeah. I mean, that's really all it is. It's the teenagers. They want to have fun in the expo hall till 3 a.m, just like Dad is.
It's those Star Wars kids.
The Clone War troopers, all those trooper kids. So this year, that was probably, and I mean, in hindsight, it's not terribly bad that was some of our bad stories this year. Was that there was people upset because they, like I said, they missed out on World of Lights, and especially if they intentionally built lights into their mocks, they didn't get to see it. Yeah, that's lame. People are like, totally get it.
Yeah. So they probably worried somebody didn't even turn it on for them.
Probably. So will it stay that way for next year? Probably not.
Yeah.
But that was a thing that was talked about. And
I was actually happy to hear you saying that they were vocalizing themselves, and
well, many of them didn't vocalize it then. They vocalized it later on their own live streams.
I hope they vocalized it properly in a respectful way, that it was taken,
But the good news is I'm everywhere, so I hear all things. But
everything the light touches is a kingdom.
Everything the light touches.
Always good to hear about youth vocalizing themselves in a democratic way.
Right. I think that was really it in terms of like bad stuff that happened, or like, one thing that wasn't really super. I mean, it wasn't really bad, but it was lame. So this was the first fan event. Well, no, this was the second. But there was a pop-up Lego store inside of Brick Fair, kind of like what Brick World does with the Legoland Discovery Center, where they'll set up a pop-up store in the middle of it. So Lego tried this last year with Brick Fair New Jersey, which was a very small event. I think there was only maybe 2,000 public visitors at that event. So they tried it, and it was a success. So they said, we'll do it again. We'll do it at the big one. So they brought their pop-up store to Brick Fair, Virginia. And of course, in typical pop-up store fashion, they had nothing that people wanted. So people are like, do you have Harry Potter? No. Do you have the James Bond car? No. Do you have Voltron? No. I mean, it's because, typical thing where the mobile stores have all their product pulled aside and allocated months in advance. And so it's sitting in some warehouse in the middle of Tennessee waiting for it to be told where to go. So sometimes you luck out and then they get old stuff, but they'll never have the new stuff that you want.
They're like, yeah, we got Lego Batman stuff.
Oh, God.
And so that was the thing. It's like,
we got Series 2 Batman CMFs, yo.
Yeah, I think there was maybe some Shima stuff. The big
Okay. Second series Lego Batman CMFs. Yay, nay.
Nay for me.
Everyone else?
I don't know. Still on the fence about it. There's a few pieces.
Some of them are okay.
Some of them were okay. For the most part, it was one of those, don't need.
We haven't even completed the series yet for the second series.
Nice.
So too many variants of the same characters that you had in the first one.
Yeah, it's like, how many more Batman do I need?
So one of the other things that made that miss in allocation particularly a sting for the Lego people, not necessarily for us or for Brick Fair or anything like that, but the guy who designed the Voltron set was there, and because he's also a fan and he likes to enjoy himself, so he flew to Brick Fair to have fun, and he said, "Hey, I'm here for fun, but I'd be more than happy to autograph all your Voltron sets." And they're like, "Well, we don't have any." So
we'll go to Target and get some then.
So yeah, on Sunday,
get that Amazon one-day delivery in here.
It's funny that you say that, because I think it was either really late Saturday night or really early Sunday morning, but the manager drove over to the Tyson's Corner Lego store and did something where he could get like 20 of the Voltron sets, and that was like all he could do. And so he was like, "This is all I have." So he had the 20. The guy signed them all, and they were all sold within like the first hour.
That's very smart thinking on his part. I mean, that takes advantage of the fan experience, which people want at these events.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because we had, there was one like official product designer that was there for work and had a logo on his chest, and he was talking about what he did. I think he worked on the Unikitty stuff. Mm-hmm. But then we had 3 that were there for fun. So we had one that was the designer of the Ninjago City, that he was just there for fun. We had the guy that did Voltron, and then we also had a guy that works on Lego City, and they were all they just are fans. They came from the community first before they were designers, and they were just having fun.
That's
You asked the guy when we were going to get farming sets again?
I neglected to ask.
We have farm sets. They're just in the Friends series.
Not good enough. Sorry.
That's not good enough. Reed, you don't work for Lego anymore. You can put it on Lego Ideas.
It means I got to build. Out of some other than translucent. Man.
Make a translucent farm.
No way. No way. No way.
I had the barn right there. You can see it right there. There's the
Yeah,
barn.
see? Clear farm.
I can do that.
I don't know. There's pieces out, a couple of things are what they're used to make a farm set. Like the Jurassic World set. I mean, it's got some pieces out there like the fencing and some of the vehicles.
It was so funny earlier, Reed, when you were like testing out your equipment, and you have the two cameras of you, and then it would like when you move the logo to be the cameras of you again, there was like 4 of you, and it just kept going. So there was like a million reads.
So Reed, let's talk about the usage of 2 cameras on your stream. One shows your build area and what you're working on. One shows you. Having both of them focused on you.
Reed,
He's
don't
not looking
let
seated, is he?
Don't let anyone clip your wings, Reed.
Looks good.
Here, we'll just turn it like this, and you guys can just look at that really awesome polybag stack all night. How's that sound?
There you go.
You're gonna be making Hoosier sweat over there.
All right.
Oh, wait,
He's
here.
gonna get to me.
Hoosier wants to sweat. Okay, hold on.
See, every time.
There we go.
The eyes, you got to get the red stripe. It's just, gotta do it.
Well, almost over.
Everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Hello.
Doing good.
Here's some polybags for you.
Hey, Mr. Kevin Hinkle.
Hello.
There's
Hey,
a camera
Will.
here, sir.
Hey,
Hey, Nick.
I think that's his imposter.
Hey, Reed.
And pasta.
Hello. I'm here.
Isn't that fake pasta in pasta? Dad joke. Dad joke's gone bad.
I gotta figure out which camera I'm gonna look at when he in the polybag.
Yeah. Wait. Can you do like a Brady Bunch thing where you like look up and you're looking down, and that'd be awesome.
Oh, you have a polybag in each area?
Oh, that would be cool. Like reach over this way and then you grab it from the other.
You could have cards and stuff, right?
Nah. Oh man, this is so good. Oh, it's so crazy. He's going from one to the other.
That's crazy.
Show us.
Hello, Tanya.
Hey, how are you, dude, Jude?
I'm okay.
Sweet.
I really like that there's that top one because it's like there's a little read. So there's like
a little read.
Yeah, because there's a little Reed lying behind his big castle. It's a good photo.
It is.
And
It is.
it was triple the Reed. How can you not love triple the Reed?
Is that
Read to the power of
is
the
that
third.
photo up there, Reed? Is that from your photo shoot?
Which one?
The
Yeah.
one that you,
Yep. That's
'cause
the
I-
photo shoot. Yep.
I haven't seen any of those pictures yet. Still.
I thought I put a bunch on my Flickr. I thought.
Oh, is that a thing still?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's Flickr?
I'll go to Flickr. Don't you move.
Well, actually, I updated the website last night, so I put a few pictures out there. Put the video of the walkthrough for Brick World. It was Beyond the Brick. Finally finished that. Forgot it out there. I thought you still used Flickr. You don't use Flickr?
I don't.
I use it for my contests on my photography. We got a group over there.
What's your Flickr name again? Is it Scoop?
It's the Vision Islands.
Oh, is it? But you have one that's your name.
Well, you can type in my name. It should take you there, doesn't it?
It says Reed Yeager and it's Scoop Shovel.
Yeah.
That's
I,
the one.
I got this book, Technology for Dummies, and it don't say nothing about Flickr, so I stay away from it.
What your
I don't
book
see
you
it.
written in 1994?
You don't have any new pictures in here, though, Reed.
You got to go to the Hope Castle photo shoot 2018.
Okay. Oh, all right. I got you.
What's up, dude?
Not much.
You got some nice angling on these.
There's 26 photos. She shot 100 of them. So I didn't put them all in there yet. So.
Well, there's Chester.
Oh, you guys missing Chester? He'll just look at it.
Squirrel.
Is there anybody left in the chat?
Who knows? Maybe.
There's always somebody lurking.
There's this picture of you, Reed, that you're like putting I think you're doing the classic photo shoot thing where they say, pretend like you're putting a piece back on it.
Yeah.
That's a good picture, though.
Yeah.
What? Do I hear a cat? Chester eats cats too. You better be careful.
Oh my! Are we at that stage? All right.
Chester eats just about anything. Gotta be careful.
Red and pink bricks everywhere.
What?
The madhouse.
EMR's got T-shirts coming too.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I just saw that.
Everybody's got T-shirts coming now.
It's like it's the money, but it's the shirts. It's the shirts.
Okay, what the heck is that? Let's see here. Hold on. I gotta highlight. Tanya, what is that?
It's a cat.
You better watch it. Somebody's coming for your cat.
Just remember, Chester has to get past a whole swarm of Lego robots.
Oh, he's pretty good. He'll get past them.
Well, the thing is, the Lego robots have to stay grounded. Squirrels can climb. I doubt your knife-wielding robots can climb walls, but if they did, kids would really be scared.
That's why I have a Lego quadcopter.
Oh man, Chester, we're cut off for him.
I don't know, man. Some of those robots I saw from Boston Dynamics look like they can crawl and climb walls and everything else.
Where is it? There it is.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not realize that Fox still owns the rights to the original Star Wars movie.
That is correct.
I didn't know that. That's why Disney wanted to buy them.
Yeah, that is correct.
I thought it was to unite the mutants.
That is part of it too.
Probably a nice bonus.
Like that would have been enormous for them to have some sort of Deadpool crossover or even any X anything.
There you go, Lego quadcopter.
That's pretty crazy. Thank you, social media.
Does it fly though? Does it fly though? That's the question.
Yes, actually, it really does. Flies pretty well, actually. I got to replace some of the props, though. The props got damaged on its last outing.
Hey,
but I've got some spare props. Yes, go ahead.
You remember a couple weeks back, Imperial Bricks was on, and y'all were talking about the bombers from Last Jedi.
Right, yeah.
And y'all were like, how could they work in space?
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to tell y'all that night how I think they work.
I was figuring some kind of magnetic or attraction-based system into bombs, but what's your theory?
The Star Destroyer has a gravity, gravity field generator or something to make the people be able to stand inside the ship.
Correct.
So
why would you extend that field outside of the ship? It would be a waste of energy.
It would have to be able to cover the whole ship where everybody inside the ship. So who knows what shape it is? If you notice Poe's X-Wing, when he turned off his engines, he kind of like hung with the ship, like as if the ship kept moving and he was moving with it without his engines going.
Right.
So the field might extend a little bit past the edge of the ship.
Well, if the field extended past the edge of the ship, and Poe cut his engines on his X-wing, he would start dropping towards the ship.
Well,
what he did was a more typical space-based thing, where he already had that velocity. So when he cut his engines, he was no longer accelerating, but he was keeping the velocity he had when he cut his acceleration.
Yes.
But it's science fiction, so it doesn't matter.
Imagination.
Science fiction, so there's now air brakes in outer space.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is the force from this pulling everybody down in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
The bombers got close enough that the bombs could be sucked in by that force to bring them, so they would act like regular bombs, like on Earth. They would, into the ship.
It's a valid theory.
If you look at some of the crafts, they actually do have flight controls on them that resemble conventional air brakes too.
That's correct.
Like they've taken that into consideration. That whole argument of, and they stopped in space. Like what? Huh? I didn't see the engines do that.
Look! It's sci-fi. It's meant to be fun. If you look too deeply at it, you're just gonna keep yourself enraged. Which is why we have a lot of angry fanboys going nuts right now.
That's
why they had to put air brakes on the aircraft.
But just in case.
No.
The whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
I would say, from now on, if you're gonna go into deep non-Lego conversations.
No. We have Lego right
now. You have to have that Lego set in front of you so you can actually show us.
I'm talking about the X-Wing and
polybags.
I will say this X-Wing was a really good build. There's a couple critiques I have about it, but overall, it's the best X-Wing to date.
Nice.
Let's stop in space.
Yes, but there will have some thrusters up front. And those will kick backwards when you'll cut the thrust to the main ones, and then you'll cut it.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Sorry, I'm a former aircraft mechanic, so I noticed those things.
You should. I hope you noticed those things. But I was very impressed.
I think Legos.
I was really impressed with the X-Wing build. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
You say Legos?
I did.
What are those?
I don't let the Danish man keep me down.
I forgot whose stream I was on the one time. I think it was Imperial Bricks, and they just went into like a total Star Wars talk, and I just kind of, I you can probably see it on the stream. I just kind of glazed over.
Yeah, super quiet.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Luke's in trouble.
That's where you just say Legos a few times. And go, what?
I shudder every time somebody says it. I've got to stay silent over here, but just know it.
That stuff used to bother me quite a bit.
Now it does not.
Now I get a delight in it not bothering me.
The force is strong with this one.
We had a really funny moment because Kim Thompson was at Brick Fair too, who used to be a community manager when Lego used to have community managers, and I mean he's still an employee, so he's still right up there and can't answer 99% of the questions he's asked. And I was as a group, we were having a conversation about something, and Kim, gave a classic, PR spinning answer, which I was proud. And the fan just kind of looked at him and they're like, "All right, that doesn't really answer my question." And they looked at me and I said, "I'll tell you the real answer later." And he's like, "Thank you." And it was funny because Kim's like, Yeah.
Whose phone's ringing?
Oh, that's mine. I hadn't unplugged it yet.
That's Destiny calling.
Yeah, let me go over there and unplug those things.
That's the
I'll be right
past
back.
calling saying disconnect the landline.
Yeah, I need to use the phone. Get off. I need to use the internet. Get off the phone line.
I need the AOL, Dad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're blocking the phone with your AOL nonsense again.
I was starting to wonder if it was Julian calling Kevin at midnight again.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm actually, speaking of midnight, I just looked at the time like, yeah, I need to go. But hey, I'm glad I popped on. It's been like 4 or 5 episodes I've missed.
Only? That's good.
But it was nice seeing you all. It was nice chatting with you all.
Well,
It's always pleasant, Kevin.
One day, I will go on Nick's.
Yeah, sure. One day.
I'm gonna set the bar really high.
Kevin, that'll be after we insulate your basement a little better.
That might help. But all you guys, everybody, Tanya, get in the door.
Hey, always a good
Kevin,
one, Kevin. Talk to you later.
Don't forget.
Who? What Hoosier?
Don't forget next week, Polybag Wars. Break out your polybags.
I can't compete. I'm not even in the same league. But yeah, and dude, Jude, nice seeing you. And B, all of you guys, have a lovely. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Hinkle.
Bye, Mr. Hinkle.
Later, Mr. Hinkle.
Turn this off.
Big B. Where do you put this part?
Oh, we took him off the big screen. Oh,
That was my first stream ever with Kevin, man. The fanboy in me totally didn't freak out, too. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't freak out either.
You guys should have freaked out. That would have been good.
No.
No.
Composure wins.
I could have muted you. I've got the master control. I could have time to mute somebody, I think.
I don't know how many of you guys watch SpongeBob, but there's an episode where SpongeBob goes to this like convention thing and where for the jelly spotters, and like the head guy's name is Kevin, so he's like swooning the whole time. He's like, "Hey, Kevin."
Somebody who's running one of these advanced desktops just needs to get that sound bite and keep it available for the community.
All right.
You know, I have a feeling, because I'm interested in these desktops now that you guys are running, like, I have a feeling like these are going to be pretty popular with people.
Yeah. Well,
which one?
We tried running the OBS on our streams, and I don't know, my computer's just not strong enough to run it, but mine just keeps dropping off. So
I don't want to do any of the recording stuff. I just want to do the visual part over it and being able to add cards and sounds. Production quality.
Reed, you're using frickin' whatchamacallit, XSplit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I tried OBS as well, and OBS I had the same problem. It just kept dropping out. It was like it's some weird kludgy way that OBS does it, so it's just I don't get it. Now it looks like you're doing pretty well with XSplit. I haven't seen anything weird. You look pixelated, but that's not much more than usual. So, but it looks good. You haven't gotten anyone saying, "Hey, you've dropped off. Your cameras are all dead."
So if we all set up like that, can we join the stream that way?
Yeah. Because XSplit.
It's a pass through.
Right.
Yeah, because I originally had this set up just through the XSplit, but I couldn't figure out how to invite anybody, so I just went the normal way, and YouTube recognized this that I had it up and just pulled it right in, so it was nice. So.
Yep.
Sorry, Lego.
Well, this is part of Lego because this is how we do our Lego streaming.
What is Lego, man?
Expensive. More addictive than crack. Oh.
Stuff I can't afford.
Big B, you been seeing any clearance out your way worth picking up?
No. Not really.
Clearance.
I'm not,
What's
uh,
that?
I'm not allowed to go and do much shopping after I just did the last part out. My wife was not pleased with a 98 part out, 98 set part out.
No, man.
How expensive was that 8-set part out?
I don't know. I don't want to say how much it cost.
Trying to think of what set
It was a lot. 98 of the Go Brick Me sets was quite a lot.
98 sets. Oh, I thought you had 8. And 98 would be excessive.
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of like some of the. I used to actually have probably close to 100 of the Captain America motorcycle polybags, and I traded 50 of them for the blacksmith shop, just somewhere around here. I don't know where it went, but I got from one of the guys. I got it from the one out. There's a guy out in Seattle. I can't think of his store name. I haven't bought from him in a while. Oh man. But
Hey,
yeah.
is that Go Brick Me already going on the retire list? Because I haven't seen it nowhere.
No, but you can still pick up at Walmart. It was at Walmart for like $22. It's a great little Greeble set for everybody.
I highly recommend it.
Oh, it's a great set.
Oh, that's the one with the brickhead thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's the brickhead, but it's a tile and plate factory in
It is.
black, white, skin tone, and then yellow and orange.
Yep.
And
Reddish brown too.
yeah, skin tone.
I'll have
Lego
to take a
skin
look.
tones.
So Big B, you're talking about like this like layover that I got on mine right now.
I don't know. I gotta walk back to my monitor.
Hold on. Let's see here. Let me highlight you. Go ahead. You're up. Which
Yeah,
one?
Okay. You should see I have the border.
Yeah, like you
and
have
stuff.
just a border going around yours and stuff like that. I think that's super cool. I think it's a great way for people to advertise themselves and to present themselves.
Yeah, it just and I could actually tell that my voice isn't matching up to my lips, and it's more of a techie thing that someone's got to come in here and actually dink around with the nerd numbers on stuff.
One of the things on that is in the OBS on the camera and the microphone. There's usually a button that says use microphone timestamp. Turn that off. So on the source.
I'll have to see if I've got. I might have
There's
got.
techie talk coming on. Woo.
I think I got 5 more Harry Potter difference.
I wish I was really paying attention to all of it.
Hmm.
Something out of this.
Because I can easily set these up on my OBS. It's simple to get like pictures and stuff on it. It's just the technical stuff that I need help with getting everything lined up right.
All right, it's 10 o'clock here, and I've got things to do in the morning. So, yeah, I know.
Oh, Tanya, don't go.
What? Why not?
Maybe we'll talk tomorrow, Tanya. I'll message you in band again.
Yeah, message me. Give me the lowdown on what's going on. So,
We'll catch you later, Tanya.
Hey, you guys, it's always great talking with you. It's always a lot of fun. I just gotta grab stuff out of the laundry and then get it put away and then get some sleep. You know?
Hey, I'm glad you said laundry. I gotta put a lot of things in the dryer.
Nice actually getting to talk to you, Tanya.
Good night, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night, Tanya.
Bye.
I don't know. I actually haven't been paying attention to chat. Is anybody even saying anything in the chat? I got too many.
I was the last one to type something.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody's talking in the chat.
Yes,
I think I was the last one that was in there.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Polybag Wars next Friday, and then the following Friday, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it if I can do it from Brick World. So we'll have to see.
Brick World where?
Wisconsin.
You gonna see Butt Chop?
I don't know. Comes to see me, I guess. I'll be taking the castle, so. So this is kind of a slow process. So I'm starting to do this. You can kind of see it. I'm starting to kind of do what Kevin had talked about and trying to do it, and it's kind of working. See, actually, let's see if I can play with this camera here real quick. Let's see if we can zoom.
Hey, Jude, I'm going to be about half hour from you tomorrow.
Yeah, you going to amusement park tomorrow, ain't you, Hoosh?
I'm going to what they call it, Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Got Tri-5 Nationals going on. I'm going to go down for the car show and the drag racing.
Yeah, they got something here at Vandermeer this weekend too. I know.
That sounds pretty cool, Hoosh.
I don't know if I like this. I've actually disrupted half of my bins here by doing this fancy sort like Kevin said. I had all the purples in one and all the translucents kind of.
What in the heck was that music?
That was my son was turning on the PlayStation.
What's he playing?
Probably more than likely Fortnite.
Is that Jigglepuff?
No, that was Medium Brickhead.
Medium Brickhead. He ain't got another name.
No, he doesn't. Well, I've got a few names for him, but I can't say them on stream.
Nice, Dan.
Yes.
Everyone's got that kid.
I got 3 of those kids. What are you talking?
Oh,
Hey, Hoosier, I'm sending you a message. DM, Instagram.
Say that again, Kittenville?
I just sent you a DM on Instagram.
I just got it.
Oh, Hoosier's phone went off. Everybody's got a drink.
Marky. Get down. Get down. Marky. Up down.
I like Kevin's setup, but it's tough to do with the limited amount of space I got right now in terms of just how much of a mess I've got.
Hey. What are you doing? In a minute.
We got some Unikitty.
I got some Unikitty.
I haven't opened them yet.
Hadn't seen no Unikitty.
So are we buying the Unikitty just because we impulsively have to buy the Unikitty, or do we actually like it? What's the decision here?
See, I picked up a
It's
couple
also
at the
available
store
at Walmart. They didn't have Harry Potter.
All right, so we're falling back on it just to satisfy our.
Yeah.
Well, the bases are pretty cool. The cloud.
Yeah, but there's Bricklink.
No, that's true.
I have had the urge. I have not bought any. I've picked them up and felt them in the stores, just kind of seeing what the big deal is about them, and I didn't buy any. So
I'll jump on it if it's cool and it's worth it. But like, I even watched the show and I'm like, these aren't even Lego pieces. These are just, something else.
I guess it depends on if you count them as CMFs. If they're CMFs, then I guess I gotta have them. If not, then
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
calling them CMFs, but they're also calling them like Volume 1, which is also mixelating.
Oh, that's
either Unikitty or Harry Potter.
Not trying to play jerky guy. Like I'm all about the collecting them. Totally down with it. But
it's $4 is for one of these. I call them like Uber blind bags because you can even feel what you're getting. $4 is a heck of a
bump codes.
Do they have bump codes on those?
They have bump codes. They're computer. They're inserted into the box by a machine that is controlled with optics through a computer. Okay, there's got to be some way for that computer to read what's in that bag as it's being inserted. So all of the bags, whether they're blind or not, have some sort of bump codes on them so the machine can do its job.
Yeah, because I know with like the Imagine Next ones, they actually put the number of that figure on the blind bags.
Yeah.
Well, this one looks like they have something like that, but it's hard to tell.
Just got to figure out where the machine read is, and then from there go.
Because Buttchop said he grabbed, he had a brand new box. He randomly picked out 4, and he got 3 repeats.
No, he grabbed 6 and got
6.
4 of the same one.
Yeah, so that's too big of a gamble for me.
Was it in a fresh box, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. They should. That's a bad. That's really bad to have them inserted that way. I think that would lead to a lot of customer disappointment, man.
5 sets to a box, right?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, 60. There's 12 to a set.
Yeah. But you remember, like we've taken those boxes apart a couple seasons.
Say that again, Big.
We've taken those boxes apart on streams a couple series in a row. And
I mean, that's a fair amount of extra parts, though, too. So
yeah, but they've never had them inserted where it was more than 3 in a row. They only had one that was 3 in a row, and that was for the shark.
The most I seen in a row was the corn cob guy. Wasn't there 2 in a row on the corn cob guy?
There was 2 in the corn cob, and on the shark there was 2 in the like if you're looking at the box upper left corner and 3 in the bottom right corner.
Well, I got 2 different so far.
That's good.
I'm trying to talk Erica into just buying them off Bricklink. You don't want to go for that.
So just why don't you buy them off Bricklink and then look what I bought at Myers. Still sealed in bags too.
I think she just likes ripping them open.
Exactly. That's why you just satisfy that.
Yeah. Yeah, those are total impulse buys though in the store with those Unikitty bags.
I know. I shouldn't be advising you of this, and I should be advising you to go the hard investment money wise. But
well, my wife likes opening up packages and like surprises, and to keep her from buying the other branded items at the store, I'll go there and buy blind bags just because.
Yeah, I mean they're cool, but I guess it is what it is. I guess. Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of CMFs.
Huh?
I'm not a fan of CMFs. I like the elements more than the figures.
Yeah, I seen those.
I'll be back. Take the dog out.
Okay.
I seen that group of people today at Target, and they were filling the Harry Potter CMF. So let me guess. Y'all searching for Percival Graves? No. I was looking for 2 different ones. They told me who they was, and I can't remember who they were. And they said, "Do you want Percival Graves?" I said, "I get lucky enough to find one. There you go."
They just handed you one?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Wow.
That's wicked
Yep.
cool. Even if the guy was a reseller on eBay, to give you the one that he had already felt out that's at least pretty genuine.
Nah, I think it's bad to say this, but I'm looking at them, you can tell they was just Harry Potter fanatics.
Yeah, it's nice that the 4th one or whatever was the rare one, like the Series 18.
Yeah, but Walmart was nasty on me today, and they had the end cap where they were already on pegs.
Just because they're happy, just because they're Harry Potter enthusiasts, doesn't mean they're also not capitalists. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 different.
You got 3 different Unikitties?
So far out. I mean, the cloud piece would be pretty cool to eventually use somehow.
Well, it would be good for like a base for like a snowman.
Like the clear stand that came from the Lego movie.
Mm-hmm.
The redo of the Army Man's base.
Yeah.
That was a great element too.
Which had a clear stand.
The what was it?
The Craggle.
His lair from the Craggle pile.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't think I bought that one. If it was clear, I probably should have been paying attention, but obviously I wasn't. Might not have been into the super translucent fanatic mode yet. Four
Well,
different.
now we let it slip and you know about it. Now you're gonna have to chase that.
Well, I still gotta do my I gotta still build my thing for Brick World next year for the theme. I picked up some cloth. I make my own stuff, so I make my own capes. So I picked up this cloth to start making some tents. And I'm sure it looks like blue on the screen, but it's actually a purple and black.
Mm.
So it's actually
Space theme.
well, just more tents for the ice bears, just maybe for a different group of them or something. So basically, I mean, I need to. But the tents are pretty cool, the new tents and the new tent sets and stuff. So, but yeah, just kind of, wait. Oh. Wait
How
a
much
minute,
has your setup changed since BrickCon 2 years ago? Maybe 3 years ago.
Changed pretty significantly. I think this one's missing a part. This Unikitty is missing. Oh no, actually no, never mind. It's the weird one. It's actually changed pretty good. I mean, actually, if you look at it on the picture on my screen, I'll actually highlight myself. So basically, if you look at it, at BrickCon, remember the keep was 14 stories tall, so now it's more of a keep shape, more of a clover. It's a little bit nicer, and basically all the walls are textured now. And there's guys inside the walls. So I don't know if I can. Let's see if I got a picture. Let's see if we can. We're gonna go ahead and screen share. Screen share this guy. Okay, so basically, in the walls of the castle, I changed the cannon walls. Now I have guys eating on them. Added a pig farm, and this is the top of the clover here, so you can see it now in the second picture there. So it does look much more like a clover, but it's bigger. So each clover, which is actually in the shape of a heart, also is basically the equivalent of one level in the old keep. I don't know if she took any good pictures of the walls. Doesn't look like it in here. But if you look inside the walls here. Let's see if I can pull this up here real quick. Inside the walls, the ice bears are actually sleeping on bunks in all the rooms except for these guys. So in terms of the ice bears, there's less I have to set up because they're sleeping inside those walls. And I saved a bunch of clear plates by using those purple panels. Gatehouse is new. So let's see here. Gatehouse is new. I had to redesign that. The barn is new in texture now. I pointed out the clear one earlier. So, and then this is the original one here. And so if you look at the far bottom picture here, this one is the original one. And so that keep that you saw BrickCon would have been this, but also more levels. So,
Big B, have you seen the castle before in person?
Yeah, I talked to him for like half an hour at BrickCon a couple of years ago about it.
That's cool.
As soon as you said you make your own capes, it clicked with me that we had talked at length about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I've been making more. I'm up to 800 ice bears, so I've added more ice bears since BrickCon 2. So, and I got saber tooths for allies. I've been getting crocs and stuff. So, I mean, it's changed a fair amount. I mean, since then.
That's good then. You're still enjoying it and having fun with it.
Oh yeah, still trying to still do more and here and there. I mean, the keep I elevated it a little bit, so some little elevation here. There's a little bit of snow elevation around the edges, but I need to work on that and get that a little higher. But oh yeah, it's still fun. It's still you know, it still gets a lot of work. The goal is still every year to at Brickworld to have it look a little bit different. So.
All right, guys, it's going on 12:30.
Okay.
6 in the morning comes early. I got a 2.5 hour drive and a long day.
All right, Hoosh.
See you
Later, Hoosier.
Y'all have a good one. Kit and Bill, let the little guy know we're thinking about him.
I will.
Praying for him.
Later,
I appreciate everything.
Later, who? See you next Friday.
Oh yeah, I'll be there early.
Be prepared. Yeah, that's it.
Be
I figured you would be.
prepared. Be scared and be
Later,
prepared. Better be listening to the song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yep.
Y'all have a good one. Big B, good seeing you again, buddy.
You too, man. Have fun at the show.
Oh yeah.
See ya.
Later, Hoosh.
I'm back.
You're back. So did the dog walk you, or did you walk the dog?
A little bit of both. I didn't know a 3-legged dog could move so fast.
Probably learned from the first time.
Oh, I got 5 different Unikitties.
He's a pain in the backside.
Pain in the butt chop.
Something like that. He was trying to get me to take him out for at least 30 minutes before I did.
I had a dog like that once. I swear that dog could go 2 days without using the restroom inside the house.
Sparky won't go inside the house because I yelled at him last time he had an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't do it anymore.
What breed is he?
Part what is it? Part Australian Shepherd, part Blue Heeler.
Pretty good breeds.
Okay, look at that. We got 5 different Unikitties.
What's nice about the Unikitty says that all the horns, I mean, it comes with 2 sets of horns in each pack.
Yeah, the unicorn horns, I have some coming because Kevin obviously, even though some of the stuff he's suggested hasn't come to fruition, the Micro Hope Castle is something that I have been kind of working on, and I've got cones and the unicorn horns coming in lug bulk, so it should be here in a couple weeks. So fun.
Yeah, what's a lug?
Lego user group.
Lego user group. Bunch of crazy adults getting together, having a good time.
Getting free Lego.
Is there one in my area?
Where are you at?
Nashville, Tennessee. Woo!
Might be. I usually go to should be.
There is.
Go Big B.
It's the same one Bricks for Chris belongs to. Same one Vibe is in.
Yeah, they never mention what lug they're in though.
Usually, if you just type in LAN on the internet, it should take you to a map that should show you where all the lugs are at. Because I mean, there's the Lego Ambassador Network. They actually have a map. So if you click, let's see here, I'll type it in right now. See where it takes me. LAN Lego, LANLego.com or LAN.lego.com. This is where the ambassadors go for each group. But if you go to Community Locator, second tab over, it should pull up a map. And then, and then just click on the United States.
There's also been an upswing of virtual lugs that are available to join. So if you go to places like the Brothers Brick, and such on. They have they're a fan of Lego site that now have the ability to also have lug bulk. It's new as of this year.
Yeah, so there's one in Nashville and one in Knoxville. So actually, I guess it's the same name. It's just maybe they've got two branches of it, I guess. So.
What's it called?
TNVLC. Let me see if that has. Let's see here. Because if you go to that map, it's probably going to take you to their the Tennessee Valley Lego Club's Nashville, Tennessee chapter. So yeah. So.
Oh man, why could they have one that sounded cool?
Well, I mean, it's kind of those things where it's probably Tennessee Valley, yeah, Tennessee chapters, yeah. I don't know. Tennessee, located throughout Tennessee and North Alabama with chapters in Huntsville, Knoxville, and Nashville. And it's actually if you go to tnvlc.org, that's their website.
Okay.
Wonder if that is that guy in the group that had the bridge from Chicago. Ooh. They show the big bridge on there. I'm just wondering if that's the one I remember from Brick World.
Oh, that big light up one.
Yeah, this one kind of looks kind of like it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It looks like it might be. Just kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. That one, World of Lights, right?
Yeah, I got to figure out how to. I actually somebody tipped me off to the kind of lights that he was using or something like what he was using. So I'm gonna have to up my game for next year, I think. So. That's it. If I get going, it's like
I know I asked this last week, but I was wondering how old are y'all?
I'm 50. I'm the 50.
I am 38.
Kittenville. I know.
Yeah.
You're 45?
I think yeah, 45. I will be 45 in September.
What about Big B?
Undisclosed.
Hey, I'm 47.
That's all right. I don't say a lot of personal information because I know how easy it is to steal an identity.
No.
Are you a little older, a little younger?
He's traveled, I guess. So actually,
I'm very well experienced.
So basically, yeah, it must be first. Yeah, so the one guy must be up because he says it won World of Lights or made World of Lights. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Big B, did you watch Gilligan's Island when it was brand new?
I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
I think I'm prematurely gray, and that people really don't get it.
There you
go. Yeah, I got a lot of gray. That's why my picture ain't up there.
I was gonna say, that looks like a bridge. That's cool. Yeah, so just go to tnvlc.org and you will find their website. They got pictures, they got stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lugs out there. I mean, it's one of those things where it's always beneficial to get together with friends and stuff, and have a good time. And
how much does it cost to be in a lug?
It depends. Some lugs don't have anything. I know the one other group that's here in Colorado, they don't charge anything. The group I founded, which we just passed bylaws, elected officers, we're paying dues now. But we're trying to step it up a level, and I think to make it, there's 2 tiers right now for support for lugs, and if you want to make that up for support, you got to really know that you guys are dedicated and ready to move with where the community wants to go. So it depends. Some are free, some aren't. You just got to kind of look it out. I mean, some charge dues, some don't.
They're all pretty much free to participate, but if you want lug bulk, you may have to go and hit them.
Yeah, if you want Like ours is we've got 2 levels. You can be an associate member. You just come and whatever, hang out, show your stuff, whatever. But if you wanna participate in some of the support and stuff, you do have to pay dues. So it's just something that we're trying to do to make sense, and because we have a lot of the stuff that we've paid for, like the website, I footed the bill the last 6 years or 5 years, because this year hopefully it's going to get paid by the group. But like our stanchions somebody made those. He footed the bill. The banners we originally got, he footed the bill. Our business cards, he footed the bill. So it's one of those things where we've been adding stuff, but and just ask Kevin. I always ask Kevin how he enjoyed with his Conlug, how he enjoyed forming that group, and incurring all those costs. And so it's one of those things where nobody wants to pay for it, but everybody wants all that benefit and everything. So it's one of those things. Eventually you want to do it just to make sense out of it. So
I heard T-shirt sales fixes all those problems.
Well, I don't really need a T-shirt because I make new shirts every year for the shows I go to for the castle. So, but it's one of those things where, and we actually badges and stuff and everything else. So.
Yeah, we were invited to join the Wisconsin the WISLUG, but we just don't have the time to, because they do a lot of stuff. So
If there's not a requirement for points that you got to show up, if they've got a level where you pay to receive the lug bulk, it's worth it just to do that, man. It really is.
Yeah, because we're probably about an hour and 15 minutes from Madison where they do their stuff, and then they also do stuff in Milwaukee. I'm like, that's a heck of a drive.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it has its benefits. I mean, to me, I actually bowed out on some of the free brick at one of the last meetings just because I got too much. I mean, I'm getting to the point now where, and if it's not something I really want because they bust on some sets, I was like, no. I mean, if it's some parts that I know, if I dig through the bins, when we get the bins, we dump them, then I'll maybe dig through there a little bit. But to me, it's just one of those things where there's a lot of good benefits from it. But like you said, I mean, it's a matter of seeing what shows they do, what kind of stuff like that. At least go to a meeting and at least find out about it. Provided it's on a day where you can get there. I mean, we do ours on the 3rd Saturday of every month. So I mean, and our next one's coming up this next week. So we've been just kind of trying to figure out what we're doing and all that stuff. So. I mean, we have lots of different shows. We have shows for everything from like the Brick World, the big shows where a couple of us go, to the Hobby Expo train show we have here, which are pretty big shows, to like the Oktoberfest. So I actually organize 3 shows. I organize the Hobby Expo, the train show, and they both pay us for what we do there for our exhibits, and then I'm doing the Littleton Oktoberfest this year. So I mean, we do a fair amount of shows. I think what's going to happen is we're going to try and see if anybody wants to step up and organize some shows so that some of us that do a lot can step back a little bit. If I move away, someone's going to have to step up anyway. So we'll see what happens that way. So
lugs sound pretty cool. I guess I'll look into seeing about getting into one.
Where are you at in Tennessee?
Nashville.
Oh, so you're right there. So yeah, there's a group. One of their chapters is right there. Some groups do chapters. So, I mean, if it's a big group and if maybe they're sparsely populated and Lego says, we really don't want to have 2 groups, because for a while there they were cutting back on groups and saying, hey, yeah, you guys have too many, just create some chapters. It's it makes it a little bit more interesting. But I mean, we have 2 groups here in Colorado. The other group does everything pretty much in the north, and we do everything in the south. So it works pretty good. I mean, I got a lot of grief when I first created it, but
yeah, it'd be pretty funny if I go to get into a lug and go to a lug meeting. I met Bricks for Chris at the Lego store. Then go to a lug meeting. I sure enough I'll be able to recognize Brick Vibe.
I'd say, I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, at least go, I'd say anybody who's looking at doing stuff like that is at least go to a meeting and at least check it out. I mean, because it's one of those things where, the only way you're going to find out what they do and all that stuff is if you go to a meeting and see what they're up to. But I mean, we have people come down to the meetings just once in a while who just even didn't know about it or heard about it and decided to come check it out. I mean, it doesn't hurt to.
I was told to be on the other side. I was told to go there and lurk around at a show where they're exhibiting at and see what everybody does and see if you really want to get in.
Yeah, see, that's where because we went to Wisconsin Lug was doing an event at a library up in Beloit, and we stopped in there to do a video or something for them, and the guy's like, you guys should really come and join us and this and that, and I'm like, probably should have jumped on it, but
it is what it is. I mean, the groups generally are around for a while. It's not like they're just going to disappear. So you always have time. Just, I'd say the one thing is if you're thinking of joining, I mean, obviously that Lug Boat project, which is a pretty special one, is going to start ramping up for signups in like November. And the problem is especially with like our group and stuff, we got members who always want to participate and do stuff like that. But some of, you need to meet certain requirements, especially if you want to pick the pieces. And obviously I pick, obviously as being, and I'm the organizer for it. I mean, it's obviously, I've been doing it for many years, and it's kind of funny because I think it's one of our old members who helped, kind of start the group, wanted to take over. And I was like, I like it. I'm going to keep doing it. And I think they left the group. They went to another one. But like the 1x2 trans black plate, which I checker the castle with now, was a plate I've added for a couple years. It's actually been on the list the last, I think 3 or 4 years. I mean, I keep adding it because I keep wanting more. But I mean, it's a neat way to get pieces at a discounted price. The part that's, basically classified and that can't talk about is the pricing, but it's, it's worth it. I mean, you only get to spend so much, but it's one of those things where it's definitely a neat thing being part of a group where they do shows and whatnot. We have a display at one of the Lego stores that we've been rotating. The Bricks and Minifig store that we have in our area, we have a display down there. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that comes out of being, in a group, because everybody's got neat stuff that you learn stuff. You might learn how to do certain things. We've been trying to do more of that in our group, and that's why we kind of, when we formed our group, we formed our officers, trying to get to the point where our meetings are more fun. That's what everybody kind of keeps saying. We want more fun.
Got to have more graphs. Got to have games, and
Well, yeah, and our meetings used to be a lot of business. So with the fact that we have officers, we do a lot of that stuff. We have our own meetings that we go over stuff. So it actually takes it. So in essence, the group doesn't have to do anything. So
and then it's always nice to go there, build something other, and submit it for a display at the Lego store. See if you get voted on for a display.
So is the Bricks and Minifig store?
That's
y'all have heard of? I found out about them from Nick last night. Is there a lot of them? Are they associated with Lego or?
That's a whole different ball game, and they have their own bricks over there too. So you have to watch.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're not associated with Lego, but I mean, they're like their own little entity. I mean, and they're actually branched around all over the country. So, it's a neat store. I mean, they're gonna have. If any of you guys have US toy and plate things in your area, I mean, they kind of remind me a little bit of that, but they're all Lego, where they sometimes have older sets. They'll have some of the current ones, but not a lot. Usually, because whatever people are willing to get rid of, they'll bring them in. So they have some box stuff, and then they have some open stuff. I bought one thing a while back because obviously everybody knows I got Chima Ice Bears. Well, they had that one mech. They had that one the big mech guy from the Ice Bears. from Chima, and so I bought one of those. It was $20 or 27. So I was like, you know what? I can use the figures inside of it if nothing else. So
yeah.
Because basically it's like GameStop for your Lego. If you want to go and trade them in, they'll give you in-store credit or give you actual physical cash for it. So
Yeah, just watch your base plates whenever you go there and go there and look for base plates. They have their own branded base plates.
yeah, they got the blocks or whatever they are. But I mean, people sometimes want those because they got colors that most people, Lego doesn't sell. Like, and they're the ones that, and they'll have the ones that are an actual plate. So they don't have it's not the base plate. They actually stack. I think I've got some around here somewhere. I bought some of the clear ones. So, but
I'll have to look and see if there's one close to me then.
The one here by us is Collier, Tennessee.
Where?
Collier. It's right outside of Memphis.
Oh, that's way in West Memphis. West Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't know if you got one closer than you, but that's one I've been going to.
like I was saying last night on our stream, I was actually looking in at what it was going to for a startup cost to get your own franchise, store out of that franchise, and you're looking about 100 to 150 grand just to start up.
Yeah.
And they've got a bunch. They've got a bunch of stores. So,
like I said, because we live in Rockford, Illinois, which is like the second biggest city in Illinois, and we don't even have a Lego store. So I was like, I think a Bricks and Minifigs could actually do, decent out here, especially now with like Toys R Us gone and our Kmart just closed. So, you're going to be dependent on Walmart and Target for your Lego needs here.
Well, if I ever win the big lotto, I'll open Bricks and Minifig store.
Well, if you ever win the lottery, you don't have to order one. You don't have to open one of those. You can create your own, whatever you want to call it. At that point.
Yeah.
Winning the lottery is not to ever work again.
Right.
Well, the Lego is like playing, so it's not really work. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Playing with Lego, that's not really work.
Well, Nick, I would have a little bit of advice on that. If you go to watch Clutch, and where he was at years ago from his earlier videos, and see how he progressed into.
Now you want to check out. You don't want to. Clutch doesn't have a Bricks and Minifig store. There is one guy that does though.
I was talking about Westminster Bricks, his own store over there.
He's talking about the franchise. If you want to do a franchise, we already have a guy from the community that's in the middle of doing that.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sort of follow his saga.
Who's that?
I'm trying to remember. Yankee Brick Picker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Yankee Brick Picker picked up he's up even in Connecticut. So he's right where he's like in A-Fall Central. So you've got to be really, really good at figuring out
what the market is.
Stores, because a lot of them have not done all that well. People thought they'd do really well just because they wanted one and didn't have enough research in, and they bombed. There's a lot of money to open these things up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, a lot of people that, or you have to be willing to sacrifice a lot out of your own stuff. If you're somebody like me, who has all this stuff, I mean, I could probably start my own store from what I've gotten here,
Yeah, you start about 2,000 square feet store right there. I mean, and have people come out there and get what they want. Don't have to be very big.
Yeah, Reed, you don't have a Bricklink store, do you?
I do.
He does.
Yep, it's based off of the Assembling Hope logo. It's called Assembling Hope is the name of the store. Mostly polybag. Mostly crazy polybags. I do have, so it's something that is open. I mean, I don't have a ton of stuff out there. I think I just put my Power Miners, my Indiana Jones, and my Pharaoh's Quest out. So I do have some stuff out there. So
Yeah, there's pros and cons about opening up your own store versus buying to somebody else's franchise, and that's why I said if you look at Westminster Bricks and see how Clutch worked his way up or whatever, and then if you go there and like to Yankee or whatever, look at his and watch his journey on how he's going to be opened up, and you'll see those pros and cons and see what the best. You'll be able to get a better grasp on what business model you want to go after and go from there.
Yeah, if Reed put everything he has into his Bricklink store, it'd probably beat out Brick Vibe for the biggest Bricklink store in the world.
Well, maybe. I don't know. If I put everything, but I mean, I'm a big brick guy. So I mean, obviously over the years you can look and see, like obviously at one point in time we had 1x4 brown tiles on the pick-a-brick wall. So for some stupid, strange reason, I bought a lot of them. I don't know.
That wasn't a stupid thing. That was a great idea. I wish that I had that genius idea when they were on the wall, because I was like, oh, I'll just get like 2 cups of these brown ones, and I'll get like 2 cups of these green ones, and I'll be good for forever.
Yeah. Here we go.
And then I realized that brown was for trains.
Here you go. You'll like this because Tanya wanted some of these a few weeks ago.
Ah, nice. I'll get them during the next round of lug bulk.
Yeah.
This round of lug bulk, I got straight track. The next round, I'll start picking up with the greebling for it.
How many people are in your group that do? How many people in your group?
Well, I think we're almost 40, maybe 30 something.
So do you guys each get like 2 picks, or is it based on how many shows you do? How do you guys decide that?
Everybody in the group gets 1 pick no matter what. If you're a paid member, if you're part of your paid subscription is I get to pick what I want. Now there was an option that came up this time, and one person was like, I demand this. And people were like, oh, why are you doing that? You only need like 3 of them. And he was talked out of it, and he was doing it to make a point as well. Not that he was upset, but just that people needed to be heard. If they really wanted a piece, they should be heard. But everybody gets 1 pick regardless. But there's certain things that as a lug, we try to support because it goes to what our core, our lug, everybody knows our lug for one thing, basically. Even though they do a lot of different things, everybody knows us for our one thing. So we have to gear a lot of our internal spending on supporting and extending that.
Yeah. So basically for us, I mean, I actually have in my spreadsheet, which is funny because everybody's like, wow, we should get a new spreadsheet this year. It's like, okay, I can do a new one. I'm keeping the old one because the old one goes back to the very first lug book we did. So you can go back and look at every year we've done since 2012 and see every pick we've ever had. So you can see the ones that you ordered and say, okay, we got the orange limbs again. How many of those do I have? Oh, I ordered 100 back in 14. I ordered 50 in 13. Okay, I don't need any more right now. I'm good. Type thing. So we do that.
Yeah,
but
that's also brick stock.
Yeah.
Every AFOL should use brick stock and have ownership of their own data and know what they have in their collection.
Yep.
You can download it from.
Is Brickstock an actual program, or?
Yeah, it's an actual application on your desktop. Brickstock came from Brickstore.
Okay.
Formerly known as. It's the application which probably everybody who sells brick uses, who's not like a super ultra professional.
Yeah, basically what I did is I had a Bricklink store I was using for inventory, and I actually once I worked for Lego and I had to close it, I still kept the store and was still adding up my inventory and putting stuff out there because that was always a useful tool because they got everything out there. But I use Brickset a little bit for sets and haven't really done much for but I'll have to look at that and check it out. But yeah.
Yeah, I very brashly threw it at Jack on one of our streams that she needed to approach her boss about purchasing Brickstock and providing sellers with an actual application that has a modern approach to adding bricks to the store. Because otherwise, without Brickstock, I wouldn't be where I am. nobody would be where they are because we'd all have to have some interface that we develop on our own to do it with.
Yeah. If that functions separately, that's something I was actually looking at trying to do years ago, but I couldn't talk one of my friends that was really good into databases into buying into it, thinking something like that would be really good. So.
Well, they just make the linking through the API, and it's not a super robust program, but it does everything basically that you need it to.
I'll see if I can shoot you a link over to a set of videos.
I think you just looked it up.
Yeah, I looked it up, so I'll have to take a look at it and see.
Yeah, just look at it afterwards. I mean, I'm just big on the whole, like, everybody should own their own data. Not just because of, like, I'm a paranoid, because I'm not. It's just, you can modify, you can hold all of your own data, you can say, no, I pulled this number of pieces out of this set and have it annotated with your own collection.
Yeah, basically, I mean, and actually that's why, and what's funny is people laugh when I tell them, I mean, for Bricklink, I mean, or for Pick-a-Brick cups, I've actually, every one I've ever opened, for the most part, maybe a few exceptions, probably the clear, I would dump them, count them, and sort them. So, I mean, counted every piece. I mean, and that's why it's kind of funny. I mean, that's why when I laugh, everybody says, well, how many pieces you guys? I don't know, because, I mean, it's not all cataloged. It's in a notebook here and a notebook there and a spreadsheet there and a spreadsheet there, and it's
modernize your beep.
Yeah, so
Reed,
put it all together, man. Put it all together. It's great. I use it for personal collection. I use it for the store. It's wonderful, and it's free.
Reed, I put a link to Foo Brick's video series on Brickstock in the Hangouts chat. That'll get you started or whatever, and you can go from there.
Yeah, everybody should know what they own and have it on paper.
Well, I know.
Nonetheless, for their loved one when they die, so they won't be freaked out when they realize how much their loved one had actually.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of a lot of it. That's kind of what I want. It's just so I know what I've got too, because I got a friend who went cold turkey 8 years ago. I mean, in his collection, I show you mine. I mean, his is probably a little bit bigger. I might have caught him by now, but he actually, I mean, and stuff I bought for him I'd open them, put them in bag, put them in the big yellow bags and box them up and send them to him. I mean, knowing he'd build them and everything eventually. The only thing we didn't was the 3 cafe corners he still has sitting in the boxes somewhere in his basement. So
yeah.
And I always joke, I said, you could sell one of those and probably get back into it pretty easily without having to spend a lot of money. But I think that's what his promise is if I get back into it, if I build, I'm going to buy. I'm like, well, that's true. But, you look to me, I mean, if I ever get a little bit more organized, I can, help out too. And you can look behind me. If you look over the crane, you can see stacks of Pick-a-Brick cups over there. I mean,
Oh yeah. I've got stacks and stacks of empty Pick-a-Brick cups, and then I just started because I recycle the cups. But I'm storing the tops now because I was stupid initially and threw away all my tops.
Oh,
my next move will be top of the stack-on bins will have Pick-a-Brick cups surrounding the entire office.
I mean, I have all my cups mostly. I gave the one store probably 75 to 100 when they ran out 3-4 years ago. Somehow they didn't order us large cups, and so I brought in a bunch of my collection. But I still have a ton. I mean, they're around here. You can see them. They're sitting on the. I mean, I use them for whatever, but I have a ton of them. It's it is what it is. So I mean, I've got. See, the problem too is I got stuff. I mean, okay, am I going to put this? Do I put this in with the collection, or do I hold on to it? Because these are the pieces from my my haunted house, which is that I built instead of green. I built it out of trans purple bricks, which Nick loves. A few people like it.
I know Nick's in Wisconsin or Illinois, and Reed, you're out in Denver area. Where's everybody else located?
My original home base is around Tulsa.
Lots of areas. That's what I was looking
What about
for.
you, Big B?
No information to disclose. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can't even say what state you're in.
No, I'm right outside of Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah, what's really amazing about Big B is he just made the journey all the way from the East Coast from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Cool.
Yeah, we were 1.1 million pieces when we moved, and now we're 1.3 million pieces. And
That's a lot.
I still have just as many sealed sets in my shame pile, pretty much, as when we moved.
Pretty bad.
It was a 40-foot truck just for the store.
What did you?
A 32-foot truck just for the store.
So I met you at BrickCon. What did you have? What was your creation at BrickCon? Did you have a mock there?
I wasn't. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
I paid for the whole thing for the experience of it, but I'm pretty high anxiety driven in real life.
Okay.
I'm just starting to display. I just displayed at the last at Philly for the first time.
Oh, okay, cool. No, that's fine. No, like you said, I mean, I think the first time I displayed at the big con was Brick World, and that year I took a float. We joked because one of the streams I found the bag somewhere around here with the pieces in it. Then went in my closet and found the other bunch of pieces. Actually, what's funny is I actually came across this bag. This is a fun bag because this is from 2011, so it's 225 of 500 of the grand opening sets from where other than the Lone Tree store in Colorado. We actually had a pretty good shirt that year. We actually it's XL. I might have to, my other one's gotten pretty worn. I might have to keep this for myself. It was a pretty cool shirt.
I think My Lug has been sponsoring one of your guys for the past year. You guys have had one of your members who's also active duty Army out here in Hershey going to the War College, and he's been a part of Penlug for a while.
I
can't remember his name offhand. Really cool guy. He bought a bunch of stuff from my store. I thought he was doing a little mock for Thanksgiving, and then I saw it. It was Chewbacca eating porgs over the fire mock, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is genius!" I can't remember his name though. Really nice guy.
Yeah. Actually went to the wrong place. Hold on.
Well, Big B, if you ever have any Lego you need to get rid of, you can send it my way.
No, my kids need to go to college, so I don't do
that. Let's see here. Let me see if I can.
Come on. I am blatantly obvious. I do this for my children. I love them, and I am a brand. I am not a person. I'm a one dad show.
Let's see here. I am going to.
And I give where it matters, man.
Yep. I appreciate it too, sir.
I'll tell you, this past week at the bargain hunt, Saturday, I saw the Ghostbusters set.
I'll go get it. Totally go get
for
it.
$197.
Totally get it. Get both. Buy Ghostbusters. Buy Scooby-Doo. Buy all the short run ones that were uber popular and not semi-popular that you can. I would charge for brick day and night, but I would give advice out on what to invest in that's wise advice for free.
Yep.
I didn't have the money to get it on Saturday.
Those Scooby-Doo sets are going to do great.
I mentioned it to the friend at work on Monday. It was kind of her last day. She's ended up moving to California. Well, she left me the money to go get it. After work, I went to go get it, They sold it 2 hours before I got there.
Mm.
So I missed
Right.
out on Ghostbuster headquarters by 2 hours.
Trying to remember who it was. I want to say, I'm trying to look at my list of members. Maybe a Ken Clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally can.
Okay. Yep. Because we also had somebody years ago that ended up going to Texas that was in the military too. So they even have these. They even have these little grand opening bricks when we were there too. When we did that, because we did the Yoda build for that. For when we did our grand opening, we got some Duplo bricks for that. But yeah. Yep. Ken's cool. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He was out there.
I loved his little mock. I took a picture of it and posted it and gave him props for it. I was like, this thing is great.
Yeah,
I mean, I totally thought he was making a mock like with his daughter or something like that. Like maybe they were coming up for the holidays and he was building with them. Because I don't see what everybody's getting. I just see little pieces, and I know a little bit about him. So
Yeah, we've lost a couple other members, moved out to the west, out to the East Coast. I think they're down south, Gareth and Ellie, and then we've got two that are coming from Arkansas that might join our group that actually were part of the dual lug book we did with ArcLug a few years ago. We did a couple of them before we got big enough. We actually did, I think, 2 combination lug books with ArcLug. So, oh yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, that's the thing about networking at shows is when people move, if they've made a connection with somebody in another group, it's gold, because they'll be like, oh, I mean, you'd be like, dude, I met you at like such and such show. Don't you live out somewhere? I says, yeah, I'm moving out there. You guys have a lug, right? I'm like, oh yeah, we got a lug. So I mean, it's gold when you've made connections where, and that's even one of our guys moved to Arkansas area, or his mom's in Missouri or something, so he's close, and he went out there and made the connection because he already knew the group, and so it was like one of those things where, I mean, that's half the battle, is making all those connections all over the country, and that's what I think a lot of AFOLs forget, is that this is a vast network of people scattered everywhere. So
yep.
Does Lego actually give the lugs free Lego?
Yep.
No, we gotta buy it.
Well, they do give free stuff for shows and stuff, and
You got it, yeah, but it all requires some form of participation, which is also work.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to do something for it. I mean, they send you brick at no cost, but in the end, I mean, you're doing something to get it. You're volunteering for a weekend here, a day on the weekend here. Most of the shows I do, I'm there the whole show. I mean, there's very few that I am not there for the whole show. The ones I organize, I'm definitely there the whole show. But
And once you vetted for a year, 2 years, you could go there and buy bulk and get into the bulk campaign.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we've let a lot of people into the lug book. Even new members purchase the piece choices is where a lot of the
That's where the savagery comes in, man.
yeah, and that's where we're going to start moving to like a point system. So shows are going to count this much. Actually, and Adam's the guy that I still need to get to. I need to talk to him again because he sent me an email and I thought it was the point system, but it isn't the point system. He said he was finding it. So I need to, talk to him about that, because I mean, we've been talking about it, because I mean, we're getting to that too. We're getting like we probably have.
System's a slippery slope, though.
Well, everything's a slippery slope, but the goal is.
I'm not going to say the name of my former lug because I respect them all as builders and individuals, but the point system got to be where it was political, where you had to be really, really into the lug just to be eligible for lug bulk.
No, I mean, to be eligible for lug bulk, it's going to be. I mean, trust me, I've been around a long enough time within the lugs. I mean, I've seen, our basically our father lug, who really isn't. I'm on a live stream. I don't think they're as active as we are. I mean, they've got some big shows, but I don't think. I mean, they're not. They don't know the officers. They know the bylaws. I mean, they don't have that stuff that's going to take them to the next level. I mean, I've got members who've been pushing me. And pushing, saying, let's do this, let's do that. I mean, and that's good. That means as founder, I picked the right people to join my lug because they are pushing the right buttons. Let's do this, let's do that. I mean, this is what they want. And so we've actually done the right stuff. But you're right, point system, everybody, part of it's going to be you have to be a paid member, which means you're going to have to do the 2 shows in the 2 meetings a year to even participate in lug bulk. You're going to have to do the basics. This year, I think that's the slippery slope because everybody's like, well, is lug bulk that comes next year actually next year, or because you sign up this year, it's this year? And I'm like, it's next year because we were getting lug bulk this year. I mean,
It's based on 2018 prices because the Kroner did amazingly well this year and had done very poorly in 2017.
Yeah, all I know is the price has changed. That's
yeah. Did that hit you guys too?
It's a slope that, like our ambassador said. I mean, there's people voicing stuff out on the internet. I mean, I just googled I googled the exchange rate on the Danish kroner on why they did that, and it had done like 43% better this year than it had last year. Well, and it was one of those things where, I mean, the exchange rate's usually frozen, and actually what's wild is the prices went both ways. So some pieces stayed the same, some pieces went down, and some pieces went up, and some went up a lot. So when people are like, well, one of my guys was like, well, what about the fact that they're now over the 1,600? I said, hey, when we placed our order with the prices we had, everybody was under 1,600. Now if they're over, that's not our problem. I mean,
I would think that they would be really fair about that, considering that they were apologetic about their actions.
Yeah, to me, it's one of those things where you can't fix that. I mean, you really can't, because at this point, I mean, you're going to want to spend all this time trying to fix that. So those people probably paid a little bit more. Well, they paid a little bit more. I mean, because I had a guy asked, did we get overcharged? I mean, you know what? I think they waived shipping this year. So some stuff went up, some stuff went down.
That made up for everything with us.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, I could care less. It's a program we get. If people piss and moan, we can lose it. Why care? Well, who cares? I mean, as long as we don't get charged again, you're right. Then that's who cares. I mean, it's one of those things where I think a lot of fans, I mean, and if you join our stream enough times, just ask Kevin about the way the fans lost their discount at the conventions. If you haven't heard it, if you're coming from that area of the country, or if you're coming from the West Coast and you've been to BrickCon, well, that's where it happened. So I mean, it happened at BrickCon. That's where we lost our discount on our shows. It happened because of somebody up in that area. So it's one of those things where it happens, and he'll tell the story.
What did they do? They resell it?
No. What it was, I mean, it's a great story. You need to, I mean, that or go back. I mean, Kevin told on one of the streams, I need to probably go find it, and I'll put that in the comments saying this is the stream. I'm just gonna have to go hunt and peck on the ones. He's only been on a few. He's been on, right. He's missed 4 or 5 streams. You just got to find the ones where he's on it, and he's talked to us. Probably one of the early ones. Probably somewhere between probably 1 and 8 or 9, somewhere in there. Early on. I mean, it wasn't. It's one of those things where he talked about it. Because we bring it up. I mean, it's a story that is quite fun to hear, and it's better to hear from him than it is from us. I mean, I can retell it, but it's not going to be as good. So, but it is what it is. I mean, but it's people, huh? What?
I said, hey, Nick.
Oh, what's up?
Do I sound? Can you hear me better than last week?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I had electrical tape over the microphone by accident. I got a Toshiba laptop. I put electrical tape over the webcam so nobody could see what was going on if they hacked in, and I had it over the microphone and I forgot.
That's funny.
I wish Butt Chop was around.
Big Brother watching in on you.
There's other cameras, man. They got other ways to watch us.
Yep.
Yeah, but I put black electrical tape over everything.
Yeah.
I wear
Black tape's not going to do anything, man. The optics they have now to go through that, you got to work on a different spectrum.
All right.
But I don't do anything that they're interested in anyway.
They'll come through your Xbox. They'll come through that. Yep.
I don't have an Xbox. I got a
watching.
I got an old PS3.
Well, they'll get you there too.
And it ain't hooked up at the.
You know that little bitty thing on the front of the console you think is their infrared sensor? That's a camera.
Yeah.
Big B, what prompted you to go to the East Coast?
My wife and I are both from the East Coast originally.
Okay.
And she had moved out to the West Coast with me for my work. And I had taken work as far as I wanted to go. And it sort of was a little, where we were at was sickening almost as far as what I was doing for my job. And
Yeah.
I was developing the store at the same time. And the plan was for the store to take over and move back east. And let her go, and she found a place back here, and we moved.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean that's neat. Yeah, I got a friend. One of the guys I bowl with, his parents are from Gettysburg, so he's from that area. So pretty cool.
Well, I've got about 3 more troops from downstairs to come up, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and call it a night.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm gonna head off here too.
Well, I learned your name.
Yeah, Brian.
All right, Brian. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey, Kenville.
Later.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
I'm out.
See ya.
See ya.
You leaving too, Big B, or are you staying?
Yeah, I'm gonna head
Oh,
out.
there goes.
Okay, well we might just call it then at this point. So
Thank you for having me.
you bet. Thanks, Big B. Maybe we'll get you maybe next week or something. How did you? Did Kevin invite you, or I can't remember? Did
Kid
we?
Bill sent me an invite.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'll remember that. Sounds good. I'll remember that for next week. So, in case if you want to join again. So, oh yeah, we do it every Friday. And then next week, obviously, is Polybag Wars if you want to jump in.
Polybag War.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I think I got a pre-polybag set.
Well, we might as well just call it at this point because it's that at that time. So
Yeah, it's 12:08 a.m. Central Standard Time.
yeah, we usually go for another hour, but we can call it tonight. We don't have as many people on, so that's fine.
And there's no activity in the chat.
No, there's probably nobody there. I mean, we had 3 viewers one night the other night. I don't know. Well, do you have your YouTube open or not?
I got the chat up, but I'm not looking at the YouTube page at the moment.
No. So if you have just the chat and I just have the chat, there's 2 people in there, but I don't know unless somebody fell asleep or somebody's been patiently listening to our stories and not wanting to say anything. I don't know who's in there, but because that's 2 view, it's just 3 viewers now. Who's jumping in the view in that? What are they saying? Hello, Earth to chat room. Anyone here? It says 3 viewers, but I mean, if there's nobody really wanting to hear anything, we can call it, and I can. I don't know what I'll do. I actually probably look at that one website, and I don't know a lot. I mean, I need to do some stuff, but I don't know.
Hey, Reed. I got a set. I was wondering about. 6470.
Hold on, let me go to my favorite site here. We're looking at that 6470. You said?
Yeah.
1 second here. 22222. Mini dump truck.
Yeah, that's like pre-polybag, right?
2000. Probably. I mean, is it like kind of like almost like a paper polybag type kind of thing or something, or was it plastic? I don't know.
It's the one I got's in a box.
Oh, in a box? Maybe it might be like just a small. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. If it's in a box, then you know what? That's actually that's gonna be just a box set. Yeah, I mean, I think that was what a lot of the small stuff was before it went to polybags. So yeah, I've got a bunch of that stuff too.
It's like 24 pieces.
Yeah. It's probably just one of the small box sets. They were doing those for a long time. I mean, I have a bunch of those. That's how I got some of my cool posters and stuff back in the day. So
the only bad part about it is his white construction hard hat.
Yeah.
is missing. I've had this set for years, and it's been in a desk drawer. At some point in time, his hat disappeared off his head.
Yeah.
I have no idea where it's at, and I can't find it.
Yeah, that would be something where even just like that's another good place for Bricklink for replacement type stuff, you know. If you go to, you do the parts, if you do the parts catalog entry on Bricklink, it'll probably tell you which hat it is, since they've probably done a few different ones. So
yeah, I can't really afford going to Bricklink and trying to buy stuff. I'm kind of a low budget Lego collector.
well, that's you just, you know, nothing else. You just look and see if it was in other sets. That way, if you're out looking for, if you're out, you know, at a garage sale or something, you just stumble across another set that's a partial. That way, you know, so here, I'll actually do it for you right here. Let's see if there's.
I've got a bunch of sets I need to sell that I don't really have any interest in.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of Bionicle stuff. I only like a couple of them, and I want to get rid of the rest. And I got some Harry Potter sets that I'm been piecing together. I got most of the sets, but I don't know. I don't think anybody would want to buy them without the minifigs.
Well, I mean, that's something you have to just kind of see. Some people might not. It just depends. I mean, because if it's got good building parts in the buildings, maybe. So the white hard hat. Ooh, the last place they used the white one was in the advent calendar from 16. But it was in a lot of the train stuff and whatnot from the 90s and early 2000s. So, you know, if you're out stumbling around. Oh, they had it. Well, the white. Well, let's see here. In the white hard hat, they got in the new miners set too. So it looks like they probably just reopened the mold because the new mining sets have the white hard hats too. So pretty cool.
I'll stick a red hard hat on him. I got an extra one of those. I'll stick a red one on him until I find a white one.
Why does this one say there's only one white? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's, you know, some different hard hats now. So yeah, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the reference guide from Brickset and Bricklink are two of the probably best spots to go look for stuff like that. But oh yeah, cool. Well, I think call it. You know, I think it's.
Yeah, I need to go start my collection on Brickset. I had never started that. It's one of the primary places I go to look up sets at.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to look at that brick stock too. I use Brickset for sets mostly. Bricklink I'm trying to use for both. So I mean, Bricklink is, you know, because I use them both. I mean, but Brickset really I haven't really tried to do any parts inventory with it. So Bricklink just was the site I kind of went to the one time. So
I was going to go to Bricklink to get the inventory for the was it no, is it? Yeah, Benny's spaceship.
Oh, okay.
I got it from a thrift store, and I'm close to like being 3/4 away having all the parts. So I need to get the list and go through the list and see what I'm missing, because I sort of trying to find parts in my stuff is kind of hard. I ain't got it all sorted yet, and I got like 4 or 5 bins I still got to sort through.
Yeah, I always have more. Okay.
But
sound good?
It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right, you have a good and invite me in if whenever you want to.
Sounds good.
All right, later.
Later.